What's up, everybody? Hey, Lost. Alright, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing today. I found some new dungeons, and we haven't done the main story. Oh yeah, I don't even know what to say about this. I was in, like, this little village somewhere. Where was it? Yeah, so I've only, like, thoroughly explored this island here. So I was like, okay, I'll start at the top, I'll start exploring this place here. And I was just in this little village over here. And I'm not even kidding. I accidentally talked to an NPC because I was trying to, like, investigate a thing on a wall. And it was some, like, little girl who does not have a quest marker or anything. But she still starts a quest. Even though there's no indication that she does. So it's like some hidden thing. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we'll do that. And you gotta go talk to, like, grandma. And then her grandma gives you the vaguest quest objective ever. And you're supposed to find, like, these shards by statues, and it says at the top of the village, but it's not the top of the village. And it took me forever to figure out where they are. They're fucking up there. And then you have to do a rather obvious and easy puzzle up there. And then it's like you need more shards, and they don't tell you anything. And it took me forever to find that it's like way over there on that mountain. And then you get the other shards. You have to do another, like, really easy puzzle. And then they give you another vague as fuck quest objective, which at least they actually give you a marker to go to, which is right here. And, so I go, so this is like a really whack hidden quest that, like, doesn't even, like, the game doesn't even tell you it's there, and I found it by accident, because I just accidentally talked to some stupid, NPC that doesn't have a quest marker. And then when you go inside, there's, like, I don't get this, there was another puzzle, but I beat it, and I don't know what happened. Like, you're, like, supposed to do something to open up this gate, but I already had all the items I needed for it, and I don't know why. I didn't really get that. But anyway, it's, like, impossible for me to actually beat this quest right now unless I level, because you have to fight, like, 3 rune sentinels at the exact same time, and they're way higher level than me, and there's, like, a time limit. Like, if it was just about beating them, I could beat them. But, there's, like, a pillar or something you have to protect, and it's impossible for me at this level to beat them. So I think I'm gonna have to co-op and I don't want to level yet. I don't feel like I need to level right now. I don't want to level up just for this quest, but there is a stat check element of this quest because you have to, like, protect this pillar, and it's just impossible. I think they're from the statues. I don't know what it was. Like, you needed some specific item to open the gate, but I already had them on me, so I could just open the gate. I didn't really get it. But yeah, maybe it was from the statues. Also, real quick, I thought this was funny. There was a hidden stam item in here, and, like, Diluc, I think you can get in, but I couldn't get out. Like, I couldn't get out as Diluc. Like, I would just like this, so then you switch to Noelle, and then it's fine. It's kind of funny. Anyway, so yeah, if someone wants to co-op, I'd like to try to duo this, because, like I said, I'd rather not level up just to beat this part, because I don't think I need to level up otherwise. So if somebody wants to co-op and see if we can, like, duo this part, I think that'd be kind of fun, because you fight a bunch of these things at once. But preferably not someone that's, like, you know, too overgeared or anything, but this was a good opportunity for that. I'm curious what this all culminates in, because this was such an involved, random, hidden side quest thing. It was pretty whack. Alright, well, while I'm waiting, I might, let's see, I saw, like, a dungeon I kind of wanted to do. It's not about the long game, it's like, if I had to just kill the mobs, I could kill them no problem. It's that you have to kill them before they blow up the statue. And there's no way I can do that without leveling up, or making my gear stronger or something like that. I guess I could just make my gear stronger and maybe do it that way, and then just not use that gear if it's too much. Might try that. I kind of forgot you could do that. Like, you could level up some gear, make it crazy OP, and then if you're like, this gear's too strong for the other stuff you're doing, you can just not use it. I saw a dungeon I wanted to do. Like, it said the enemy levels were going to be pretty high. Maybe it was this? There's a legitimate quest nearby. Yeah, I didn't do it that way. That makes sense though. I'd be surprised if they made something that involved and the game didn't point you in that direction at some point. Level 45, okay. That could be tough. I should have brought the Wind main character, because if we need Earth stuff, we got Noelle. He's a little bit better. What the hell is this map? Also, I'm worried. Are they intoxicated? I don't know what's going on here. This is not gonna go well. My gear range, I have a feeling I'm like gonna be attacking these guys for like 8 years before they actually die. Yeah, what I may need to do is just upgrade my gear, because upgrading gear is a good way of adjusting your power. Because if you're like, this is too powerful for something else, you can take it off. So I really think that's gonna be, I mean, I'm not doing anything to these guys. Can this guy stop jumping around constantly? Okay, I think he'll not do it now that his shield is gone. I do feel like, though, I'm getting to that point in the game where, stat-wise, I could finally justify upgrading my stuff. I mean, I basically have been using starter stuff this entire game. Or I think we're finally getting to the point where that's not so reasonable. I guess the stat difference here is just insanity. Alright, let me see here. I just dislike there's such a disparity between like the world content and like how hard some of the dungeons and bosses and like side quests can be, because it makes it hard to like be on par for both. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, that guy was hopping, man. Where was that? Alright, let's look at our gear. If I switch out to a different piece of gear, I need to keep the old one, so I have the option to lower like my stuff again if I want to. I might go up to like level 30. I don't want to go like way beyond that, but I do feel like now that I upgraded my world level, it's probably okay if I've been liking staying at 20, but I think we're finally at the point it's okay if we go beyond 20, but I don't want to go to 40 yet. Yeah, Twitch is always whack. Alright, let's see. It just sucks though, because if you level, you can't go back, so you gotta be careful. With gear, you can go back. With levels, you can't. Does this game have like super successes and great successes? Because man, that would be bad if you were trying to intentionally not go overboard on something. Wow, that does like nothing. Oh wait, no, that does level me. Looking at the wrong thing. Oh, I see. I only need one. Okay. Yes. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh shit, that would suck if I'm like trying to, you know, control my level and it's like, lol, now you're way higher. Because if you give them this many items at once and you get like a great success or something, that would not be ideal. It's quite a bit of a stat boost. Like 1 level at a time is not a big deal, but 10, that's a pretty good stat boost. Which is why I don't really want to go to 40 yet. Seriously, I mean, that's 900 health, that's, and then some defense, that's a pretty big deal. It's like the first time I've really used these items. Okay. Let's look at our gear here. Nothing too special. Alright, hold on, let me look here. I should have done this off stream, but I didn't really think about it, and I've been so busy today that, Okay, so I guess you just want a lot of attack for the most part. I love this passive, by the way. It's kind of the best. Especially when you do what I do, when you're like fighting bosses a lot, right? And you're dodging, iframing around everywhere. It's really handy to have a lower sprint for less a little bit. Okay, let's see. So we want to give him some decent amount of attack stuff. And I'm assuming the Traveling Doctor will actually work with that passive of his. I think these are always HP no matter what. Yes, okay. Some of these set bonuses are actually kind of interesting. I saw they've added some new ones, like in the later areas, and some of them were kind of interesting. Don't mind that. Elemental Mastery wouldn't be too bad for him. And if I have enough of these, getting the attack boost would be pretty good. Good enough. It's not amazing. But wait, no, I already had that in Ember. Oops. Don't like that one nearly as much. Well, I think we'll yoink this off her anyway, because I think we'll use him more than her, so. Feels a little bad, but stealing people's gear. Yeah, the stats are mostly random. It's a lot like Epic 7, although the difference with Epic 7 is it's not as extreme, the RNG on gear, like when they're leveling and stuff, it's not nearly as extreme. And there seems to be way less variance in like the tiers of gear, which is good. Now that might change, but right now the way the gearing is done seems quite a bit more reasonable than like the way Epic 7 does it. Okay, so I have 3 pieces of Traveling Doctor right now, so I should probably get rid of one, and if I can find... There's not a lot of one-piece set bonuses, though. Can this have attack? Yes, it can. Probably don't need to worry about substats too much. Whatever I give him, I doubt is something that I would keep in the long run. I doubt it's something that I'd be, like, using forever, so even if the substats are a little... it's probably not that big of a deal. Is that a fucking teapot? That's a teapot! What? What? All of these items are drink related. I'm so confused. I mean, when you're in the middle of battle, you know, it's obviously the time for this, clearly. Wait, what do I even have equipped right now? This is giving attack, but it's a green. I really should have done this off stream. I do apologize, this is kind of boring, but it's kind of necessary. I haven't done any gearing in so long that kind of need to. I guess this is the best I got right now. I don't like the substats, but I need that set bonus, I think. I want to see if we can have a decent amount of self-healing. What the fuck are these items? Like these pictures, man, I don't even... Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, these, I've seen these. These have like, there are one set bonus, and they just give like resistance to one of the elements, or make the elements last on you less long. I think there's a way to look at certain set bonuses only. I'm not sure I'm going to have any doctor ones that are actually good for this one. Thank God switching gear around doesn't cost anything though, so you can experiment as much as you like. It's not a big deal. Shit, I don't really have the right set bonus for the stats that I want. I don't have any like that. Damn. I'll just stick with this for now, I guess. I wanted more attack. I wanted to go super ham on attack. Hey, King. Well, we got a substat there for 2% attack, you know, it's okay. It's not amazing, but okay, where can I get a lot of boom for my buck here? Probably this one, because it's not upgraded at all. Damn, though, you do all that. If you do this for all your items, man, Jesus, you can get a lot of attack or defense or whatever stat you're going for. I'm not sure just upgrading him will be enough though, but we'll see. Let's do one more. Okay. He's definitely a good bit stronger now though, like damn. Might want to upgrade Noelle some. Alright, let's see how we do. See if that helps any. I think everybody knows my favorites at this point. Lux Actum Light Green feels good. Probably should have upgraded the main character's stuff. She's pretty much wearing worthless garbage. Let me at least change her to the wind part. God, why do you make it so hard to switch to the wind thing? I hate it. Right now, I don't have a lot of characters that I like that synergize at all, which is kind of rough, but hopefully someday. I'm able to collect quite a lot of SQ though as a free-to-play so far. I'm starting to get a good number. And you know, they're going to add more zones with more chests and things like that. I'm hoping they add more stuff like a consistent login thing. They don't have a consistent login thing. If they had a consistent thing to give you some stuff like this, that would help. Although I've noticed they mail the player base some stuff pretty often, so hopefully they'll keep that up. Honestly, I've watched enough and seen enough that like Diluc is broken in a certain context, but I don't really think Diluc is that broken because he's just straight damage. It's like the things that are really broken are the things that like trivialize like mechanics and shit. Because ultimately, this game boils down to depends on what you're doing, but the core of this game is universal across all characters. It's just dodge stupid. Like, it's literally just dodge stupid, right? Like, what really matters is synergy. Like, if you have just Diluc and you have no elemental synergy with him, you're doing way worse than weaker characters that do have elemental synergy. And everybody has the same dodge in the game. Like, there's a degree of stat check when it comes to, like, Abyss mode and stuff. But, like, I've literally soloed, like, everything I've soloed with Diluc with Amber. And everyone's like, oh, she sucks. But there's, like, no difference. Because it's like, it doesn't matter. It's just dodge and then attack when it makes sense to. And like, yeah, different characters do more damage and that makes it easier and things like that. But what makes this game broken and like what makes combos broken and stuff is team synergy and just having really high stats. You can accomplish that with everyone. And of course it's going to be easier with the best characters. I will say, yeah, Vaudi or Vanti or whatever the fuck his name was. He's kind of broken because he makes mechanical changes that let you do things that you just can't do otherwise. Diluc doesn't do anything that you can't do with like every character in the game. He just happens to be very good at it. It's just lots of damage, very straightforward damage, right? But it's not like he has a better dodge. He doesn't, you know, get like, there's nothing like that. So if you use Diluc with no synergy versus using a, you know, a shit character with synergy, the synergy is always going to win. That's just the way this game is. Like, tier lists in this game are pretty pointless, to be honest. Because it's more about your elemental synergy, your gear, and then not sucking at dodging. That's the entire game. And none of that stuff is character specific. None of that stuff is character specific. And you know, sure, there are characters that can do the same thing but better, absolutely. But I've never seen anything in this game where that's make or break. Nothing. Because again, if you just don't suck and you have basic team synergy and your stats are high enough, you're going to get the job done. You can use absolute garbage characters. You can use all the bottom feeders, and as long as it's the right elemental synergy, the right gear, the right levels, and you're dodging well, you're going to win. It makes no fucking difference. Like the wrong character here. It's a noticeable amount of extra damage, but I did not realize he followed that up with a, The main issue is like just, I'm having to dodge so much that it's hard to, there's this many enemies, it's hard for me to keep up with my stam.
What's the hurry?
I should probably bring Lisa, honestly, but I don't wanna. I hate that I don't have a lightning character that I like. I literally have one lightning character, and I fucking hate her, so that's pretty lame. I actually kind of think I should kill a golem first. I don't feel like these fire mages are threatening, and yeah, I'm gonna try it that way. Because the golem guy is actually what's doing damage to me, and if you take out his shield, he's not as strong. Like, some games tier lists make a lot of sense. You don't necessarily need to stick to them, but some games they make a lot of sense. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in this game. It would make a lot more sense if, like, you know, only certain characters even had elemental synergy, and, like, different characters had different defensive mechanics and stuff, but they don't. So the differences don't really matter that much. The difference is mostly in time, not what you can actually accomplish. And that matters to a degree in the Abyss mode, but I don't think there's anything in the Abyss mode you can't do with the low-tier characters if you are geared properly, you're leveled properly, and you're doing synergy and whatnot. Yeah, I jump through hoops not to use Lisa, but every once in a while I have to. And honestly, I don't mind Lisa's gameplay. It's kind of fun, but I don't like the character at all. Yeah, I'm not surprised people have beaten the Abyss with just free-to-play characters, because again, it's just, the difference is so minor. It's just a number thing. That's it. Yeah, people exaggerate so much. Like if you know the moveset of the wolf, you can beat him with anything. Literally anything. It's just a matter of time. Like, it's just don't suck at dodging and you're good. But I've discovered the internet is just so obsessed with tier lists, no matter what the thing is. And also a lot of people want to be able to trivialize things, right? They want to be able to, you know, power game and beat something without having to get good, right? You just use the thing that's broken and makes it really easy. People are always looking for that, you know, path of least resistance and all that. It's a natural human thing. It's not. It's like that's a thing humans do, and a lot of times they end up not enjoying it. They don't realize it. But a lot of people end up not enjoying stuff because they're playing that way. Yeah, it's way better to fight this guy first. It's not too hard to dodge the Abyss Mages on their own. And then once this guy's gone, you can kind of focus on them, so. Because this guy's so much easier when he loses his barrier. I thought I could finish my swing then dodge, but it was a lie. Like, stats are what really matters sometimes, and you know, again, knowing the movesets, thank God, but you know, if you have, you know, a really high tier character, but you're low level, low in gear, you're not, you know, you're gonna struggle so much more than fucking Amber with, like, you know, OP gear, right? Like, it's just how it is. I gotta be careful, I don't want my shield to break. Oh, he got his shield back, okay. Oh, he's doing it again. I have very little experience fighting these big guys. Only fought, this is the third one I've ever fought, so. I love the design though, he's one of the few things in this zone that's unique to this zone that I'd be like, yeah, that's a pretty nice design. Damn, I got wrecked there, it's not good. Yeah, the wind bard guy is like the one character that I think it makes sense to be like, okay, yeah, this is definitely better than the other characters because he just does things that nobody else does on a pretty mechanical level that, you know, affects things and even affects puzzles and... But still, same deal, still gotta dodge like everyone, you know, and still gotta get stats and all that.
Time to clean up.
Woo. He's almost dead.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh my god, make him stop. Fuck, I didn't think I needed to dodge again, but I did. Oh my god! Yeah, you have to dodge twice or get like way the fuck out of the way if you're that far away because the shockwave is bigger. Fucking got his shield back when he had like 1 health, man. That's so rough.
What's the hurt? This one will be frozen in time.
So because he's not doing damage, I don't think he gets to heal. Well, he gets it off that.
Leave it up to me.
Come on! You fucks! I feel like Abyss Mages are the embodiment of the player base's hatred. Like, everybody hates them. Although, if they were playable, I would play as one. They're kind of awesome in a way.
Dodge this.
Leave it all to me.
This is the first thing in the... Is this the whole dungeon, or is there more? I feel like there's gonna be more. Because they recommended, like, elements and shit that have nothing to do with this matchup.
Freeze. Freeze.
Come on, give me my ult. Give me my ult. Fucking Christ!
Leave it all to me.
Oh, so sorry.
Mother fucking...
Freeze.
Swing blade.
Oh my god! That was fucked. Is that it? Oh, I guess that is it. That's actually kind of disappointing. I wanted more stuff than that. That was tough though. That was rough. That's definitely a unique dungeon they got here. I actually feel like I could have done that without upgrading my gear. I might have needed to play it a little bit better than I did there. The main thing that mattered was me changing my strategy and killing the golem first. That was a lot more helpful. I wonder if you could kite them up here. A bit easier to see. The clouds made it really difficult to see some of the fire attacks for me. Yeah, this is a dungeon. Right here, it's like a dungeon you can find, and it teleports you to this bullshit place. Oh god. Well, I can try this thing again, but I don't think I have the stats for it right now. There's definitely a degree of a stat check in this fight. Up here. Oh, I should heal first. Because I could survive the golems. I'm confident I could fight these golems until I kill them all, but if they blow up the pillar thing or some shit, you lose. And there's like no way I can kill them fast enough to prevent that. I don't mind the shields. I wish they did the shields a little bit differently, though. Like, if they're trying to promote you to use certain different, you know, tactics and stuff, and that's fine. I think the Abyss Mages would be better, though, if their shields weren't elemental specific. They were just shields. But then their attacks and their abilities, you know, are elemental specific and that kind of thing. But, yeah, it's kind of annoying, especially as a free-to-play, if you don't really have a good option for, like, their shield type. It's kind of just awful. And you might have to play a character that you just don't want to play, and no one really wants to do that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Amber can break the game in a lot of ways. That's why I don't agree with her being low tier. It's stupid. I agree she's like not as good as what's his name, but that doesn't mean she's bad. She's still very useful, and she can easily like make the game a joke in many respects. And any character able to make content that easy should not be like D tier. That's not logical. That doesn't make sense. Just because you're inferior to someone else doesn't mean you're bad. That's not how that works. Like being less good doesn't equal bad. Yeah, I found times her taunts actually is quite good. There's times that it's not good, but yeah, Canis is D tier. Yeah, same logic right there though. All right, I'll give this a shot solo, but I think I'm gonna have to co-op for this part, or have to get my stats way higher. But I don't want to get my stats way higher right now, so. But I do want to finish this quest and see what the shindig is. You have to beat 5 of these things, and you have to prevent the core thing from going boom. And later they like spawn so many of these, it's just ridiculous. That was not the best ult I've ever had. Oh yeah, the roof like starts falling.
Leave it all to me.
I did not dodge that so good.
Swing blade.
Yeah, I'm using that really strong sword I have right now because this is such a stat check. This thing is like 3 times better than the other one I was using. It's the only weapon I have like really high level. It's not even that high, but it's way higher than my other weapons. It's an ascended 4 stars. My other stuff is like ascended 3 star and not even max level ascended where this thing is. Yeah, see that guy is just going. Look, I can't. You know, I'm not gonna kill this guy in time to be able to stop those guys, and they're like wrecking the thing.
As a good night should.
And even if I go over there and attack them, it doesn't really help. So I wonder if Amber's taunt would help though. I wonder if you could get them to stop attacking it. Might try that. That'd be kind of awesome if that worked. But you see, I can't get them to stop, and I'm never gonna kill these guys before they blow it up. And there's another one, by the way. Like there's one more of these guys.
Leave it up to me.
I've kind of gotten them off of it. It's at 9% health, though. I mean, there's no fucking way.
Oh, so sorry.
I might try that Amber thing, though. That might work. One more guy. Where is he? What the fuck? Guy. Really? The fuck? Yeah, Amber looking pretty good right now. You want to get down? I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't get down either, to be honest. I would just stay there, but you know, I can't really do anything, game. This is great. Really? I don't think you can heal it. What the fuck is this? Like, what am I supposed to do? This is obvious. He's obviously gonna kill the pillar eventually. I don't think he's aggro to it right now, but I don't understand. Why did he do this? This is so stupid. Any chance the game will... I don't think it's gonna let me switch my party. No. I hit him! I didn't do that much damage, but I can't believe this thing's not moving. This is just stupid. Like, if I had Amber, I would just be going to town on this guy. I think a rock hit him is what happened. He's failing to hit the pillar, though. He's actually shooting at it, but he's an idiot and he can't hit it because his AI is, like, busted. But I'm sure at some point he'll hit it. Or a rock will hit it or something. 10 out of 10 gameplay, by the way. Really, really engaging. Really, riveting. Yeah, whenever they make enemies that you can only hit with ranged people, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's like, what were you thinking? I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's like, I can't hit him. Every once in a while he takes damage, but I think it's from the rocks falling. They just happen to hit him. So if I wait here for like, you know, an hour, he might die. You know, really good gameplay. I mean, if I climb higher, I don't think that falling attack only does damage like where it impacts. I don't think it hits him if it goes through him. I mean, there's no point in designing a game where every blue moon you have to have a ranged character, when then everything else in the game you don't. There's literally 2 points like in this entire game I've ever seen where you have to have a ranged character, and that's bad game design, because not everyone's gonna always, you know, have a ranged character or like the ranged characters. Like, no shit. And like, normally when you fight these guys, they don't fly like this. I've actually never seen one do this before. I don't get this. Sometimes when you hit spacebar to do the glider, it just doesn't. Like, I'm literally mashing it, and it's just not. Can you not use it in here? No, you can. I don't know. Wow, he's actually shooting at me. I don't fucking believe it. Is he gonna move now? No, he blew up the pillar. Okay, that's great. I think that's fine. I think he killed it, and that's why he switched to me. Good God, that was stupid. Yeah, it's like that guy, and then the flying birds. It's impossible for most melee characters to hit the flying birds in the water boss fight. But other than that, there's never a time you actually have to have a ranged character. Oh, and the dragon. I think the dragon you have to have a ranged character. Well, I'm not sure. You might be able to do that with that one. Probably be fucking awful, but that's not good game design. It's so needless too. It's not like the game, you know, so much of the game. It's not a problem if you don't have a ranged character, and there's literally only one free-to-play ranged character. That's the thing. Like, what if you don't want to use that character? Yeah, that guy was definitely a stormtrooper.
At the ready.
I like how they have a character and characters UI that are exactly the same, and there is literally no purpose to it. Yeah, she's kind of ranged, but one, you don't get her until later, and I actually don't think she'd be able to hit that. I'm not sure. Like, good luck fighting those flying birds in the water boss fight with her. That ain't gonna fly. Like, when so much of your game is designed in a way where you can use whatever characters you want, there's no point in once in a blue moon be like, nope, you have to have this exact thing. Like, it's fine to be like, oh, this is gonna be harder if you don't have a thing. Like, that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with being like, yeah, this boss or this enemy is gonna be a lot easier if you have a ranged character, or if you have a melee character, or if you have a lightning character, or if you have a fire. That's fine. That's normal. But making it where certain things are impossible unless you randomly have something very specific, especially when they have not been requiring you to do that for most of the game, it's stupid. Especially when you can't. It's not like you can get to that fight and be like, oh, hey, I need Amber. And it's like, oh, you can switch to Amber, but you can't. Yeah, there's a few puzzles that you need the main character to be rock for. Although some of them, it's like easier to do it that way, but there are ways to do it without that. But I think there are a few that you have to. But that's a little bit different with the puzzles. Now, that'd be really bad in a dungeon, right? Because you might start the dungeon, not have the rock main character, and then, oh lol, you need it, and now you can't beat it, right? Where if it's an open world puzzle, it doesn't really matter, because an open world puzzle, you can switch characters on the fly. You can, you know, click this thing and change your characters out. A little bit more obnoxious with the main character, though, because you can't just switch your element. You have to go to a statue, right? That's a bit more annoying. But open world puzzles requiring more specific things is not as big of a deal, in my opinion, because it's a lot more reasonable to be able to, you know, change up your setup, you know, for whatever you're doing. I think I'm going the wrong way. I haven't rolled yet. I've just been stockpiled. Okay, what the fuck? I don't remember how I got her earlier, but it was not like this. Anyway, I haven't rolled yet, but whenever I do, I hope I get her, because she looks like a lot of fun, and I have like no electric characters that I like, so. Another thing that's just annoying about the way the main character is done is they don't give you a free-to-play wind character. They don't. They give you the main character, but that's not the same thing, because your main character might be as Earth, and you run into a puzzle, and you have to have an air character. You normally be like, okay, let me go to my party setup, and I'll switch in an air character, I'll do the puzzle, and switch back. You literally can't do that if your only air character is the main character and you don't have them set as air right now, right? That's dumb. They should have obviously given you one of every element as free-to-play characters, and then you're free to make the main character whatever you want. That is obviously makes a hell of a lot more sense. Like I'm because it's literally the only element they don't give you, and it's like, why? Let's see, what am I up to? Almost 7,000, and then we've got 16 of these. That's crazy. I've never spent a single one of these, and I only have 16, but I'm sure we'll get more as time goes on. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna give Gene for free. I wouldn't complain, but I don't think that's gonna happen. The thing is, I have seen nothing but conflicting information about the blue things. Like, I see so many people saying that these are only for story pools, so you might as well use them. But then I've seen so many people say if they rate up a character that's not limited, it'll use them. I've seen so much conflicting information about that. Because, like, I care about Diluc and Jean the most, right? Those are the characters I want the most. So if they ever get rated up, and they do take these, I need to be saving these, right? But there's so much conflicting information about that, and I cannot get any confirmation to save my life. I've been looking like crazy. But yeah, so until I know for sure, I'm not touching them. But yeah, if it turns out that if they decide to rate up an unlimited character instead of a limited character, and it does take those, then I need to save those. But if it doesn't take those, I'll just use them when I get them, and hope I get lucky with something from time to time. He is limited. Yeah, Vonti or Vanti, where the fuck his name is, he's limited. Which is a shame because he's part of the main story in such a significant way. That's kind of weird that he's limited. But yeah, from what it looks like, it's like the limited characters take the purple ones and the unlimited take the blue ones, and story also takes the blue ones, but it's just really confusing, so. Wish I had saved it for my ult, but oh well. I'll get it off this guy. I want to build up my ults for the two that start attacking that thing right away. I think you can prevent this guy from ever touching it, like really easy, so. Oh, I guess yeah, he's wet in here. That's kind of nice. This makes it really easy to build ult charge. Okay, he's got it. Feels good.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Lol, he's trying to shoot the missiles and that stuns him. I love that. That's great. This is going way better though. Like just trying to keep these guys off the thing is a pretty big deal. Oh my god, that sucks. Oh, there's another one. Last time I think he got stuck on something and he didn't like join in until they were dead. Fuck, I was trying to do my ult.
Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck.
As a good night shield. I'll catch up.
Retribution!
I must leave no stone unturned.
near the ground! What?
Bet you can.
That's just... Okay, now he's not.
I'll race you there.
It's gonna be so annoying if I'm aiming at him, I won't be able to see the falling rocks. As seen here in this picture.
Steady as stone.
Okay, that is crazy annoying. Like I can't look at the bullshit coming my way if I'm aiming at him.
Retribution! Cool it. What's the...
Well, he did not care for that bunny. I was trying so hard to dodge behind him, I was like stuck on something.
Time to clean up.
She has such a cool looking ult, by the way.
I'll catch you.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze!
If this motherfucker could just die, I would, I'd be pretty happy with that.
Leave it all to me. No one escapes my sights.
Oh my god, why are you not dead? It's like no health left. God, that was nuts. Yeah, my suggestion for if you're playing on a phone is, and you're not gonna play on PC someday, is really focus on the RPG elements. Like I hold myself back a lot in terms of stats and stuff because I don't want to be bored. But if you're on a phone, your ability to dodge and everything is so much worse that you should go ham with the stats. You know, do the alchemy and get the counter potions and shit, and you RPG people to death, right? You know, if you're fighting a boss that's ice, get the anti-ice potions. You know, bring units that counter ice. You know, play up the that kind of stuff more. That'll help a lot. And besides, if you ever were able to play on PC like way down the road, or you got a way better phone or a tablet, you know, by then hopefully you'd be far enough into the game that being leveled up and having good stats and everything wouldn't make it boring. So, or you don't care. Some people don't. Some people like enjoy getting their stats up as high as possible, gearing up as much as possible, just shitting on everything, right? Some people enjoy that kind of thing. So, depends on the person, really. Oh hey, I got one of these. Nice. How do you dodge on mobile? What did he do? Like, do you like dash on the screen, like, you know, or something? So I've had a lot of people say mobile's a lot harder, but I've heard some people say it's not that bad if you are good at it. So I've heard some people say it's not that big of a deal. The button, that's a little awkward. Yeah, I would have thought they would maybe drag your finger across the screen and maybe dodge in that direction. That wouldn't be so bad. Wow, you get some serious loot for doing this, though. Okay. That was pretty tough, though. Like, shit. Really, you have to really min-max getting aggro on the golems, basically. I'm glad you can get aggro on the golems, though, and it's not just like, LOL, we're gonna keep attacking this thing, right? Because that would just be bullshit, because then you would have to have really high stats, like, no matter what. Yeah, I've heard, like, there's that other game they made that's similar. Apparently that game actually has better combat from what I've heard. It's just, I never want to play that, I've never wanted to play that game because the entire cast is female. And, you know, it's not like I can't like a character if they're female, but, like, I want to have both, you know. I never like that kind of thing where it's like, oh, they're all waifus, right? I don't really go for that, so that's kind of lame. But yeah, I've heard it has, like, it's more combat focused, I think. Aiming is a little harder with a bow. Now that I've heard universally. I've never heard someone say it's easier to aim with a bow. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. yeah, I've heard if you get, but I'm sure you need a good phone. I've heard that a lot, that this game demands a pretty good phone. So I'm sure some people, a big part of the problem is their phone doesn't run it very well. You know, they're at 30, they can't do the 60 frames per second mode, they have to do 30 frames, and it's probably lagging, and you know, like that's gonna be a real problem. Dan, that sucks, Icy. Hopefully, you can get that sorted at some point. Dude, I'm not if I this is probably not the most responsible thing to do, but if I was like really rich, like crazy fucking rich. Now, what you need to do to get crazy fucking rich, I don't think I would enjoy doing, and so it would probably never happen. But let's say for whatever reason I was like super rich. I would like try to get as many people in my chat like good computers as possible. I know so many people that they want to experience all these different games or play co-op and they can't because they don't have a good computer, and that's like, that makes me so sad, man. Just win the lottery, yeah, there's that. But yeah, if I could, that would be such a nice thing if you could just get, you know, all your friends and viewers to be able to, you know, have a decent computer. 'Cause, yeah, that does suck. And I remember when I was a younger lad, you know, didn't, you know, have as much money and all that, you know, it was hard to have a good computer, so. Sucks, man. Well, that's a big part of what I've said is why I was actually glad. I overall have enjoyed my life more as I've gotten older, because you get more responsibility, but you get more freedom and the ability to, you know, do more things, and so now I can, you know, I can have a computer and go where I want, and I don't have to go to fucking, you know, bullshit events I don't want to go to, right? I get to say no to things, you know, that's nice. I remember that was such a thing, because when I was really young, like when I was a young guy, you know, when you're like, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, those ages, you know, you're at the mercy of your parent or guardian or whatever, right? So you don't have the ability to say no to a lot of things, or. But I remember when I was old enough, that was a real moment in my life, because you know I didn't get along so great with my the way my mother raised us, right? And it was so nice when I was old enough to be just like no, and I could, you know, I had the freedom and the power and the money to just, you know, control my own life. That was one of the happiest moments of my life, dude. That was great. Definitely never looked back on that one. I really do need to do some cooking. But I'd like to pick up this loot. There we go. I'm guessing on mobile you just click the thing you want to loot. I'm guessing that's how that works. It's not even being a rebel, it's you know, freedom, for God's sakes. Because, I mean, seriously, like my mom was you know, religious zealot and very controlling, and we were so sheltered and all this crazy nonsense. Dude, I gotta say, that feels good that I beat that. That was rough, man. I should probably stop using this weapon now. Cause look at this! Look at how much damage this does out in the open world! Like, it's bullshit! Like, why do I need to hit this fucking hard? Okay, I'm not paying attention and getting, like, run over by this guy. Yeah, I got that other weapon that's, like, not nearly as strong that I prefer when I'm doing this nonsense. I will say though, if you're paying attention as you're playing through the game, it's very easy to get this weapon and to max it out. If you're not like leveling things frivolously, by the time you get the mats to make this thing, which you have to get kind of mats throughout the game to make it, but they're not hard to get, you can instantly max it. You send it once and you can instantly get it to its max level, and it's so fucking strong, it's ridiculous. Like, you just need a lot of the Storm Terror ore, right? Oh man, I'm almost out of friends slots, man. Sucks. I think that guy's from... I don't know if this guy's from the stream or not. Can anybody claim this? If this is from the stream, I'll add him, but I don't... I think I may have gotten this invite from like my YouTube video or something. I'm not sure. Not that there's anything wrong with, you know, saying me through my YouTube videos, but I feel like it's better if I can, you know, have people I can actually talk to and communicate with. How long did it take you to download? Not that long, actually. I have really good internet though. So it didn't take me too long. Although it took a little bit longer than I would have thought, because I think their servers were having problems at the time or something, and it just wasn't downloading as fast as things generally do. Dude, I'm almost at my friends limit. It sucks. I wish I could add everybody that's, in my chat. What I'll do is, though, if any people quit the game or whatever, I'll remove them and whatnot. And hopefully, literally everyone is playing this game actively on my friends list. That's crazy. Oh, we have one person. We have one person that hasn't played in a while, so that's it. But hopefully they'll make the friends list cap bigger. That's such a complaint that I have as a streamer, is so many games just so needlessly make your friends list so small, and it sucks. And I'm not a big streamer, right? I'm a pretty small streamer, but even I'm like, fuck. It must be awful for people that are like, really big streamers. You're pretty much screwed at that point. Took me 3 hours preload day? Jesus. I'm trying to think. I want to say maybe it took me... Oh, there's a challenge thing right behind me. I want to say maybe, an hour tops, which is definitely longer than most games by far, but it wasn't that bad. So this one it says I'm too low level for, which makes me think that's the one that I should do. Oh wait, is this one of those wave-based bullshit things? These are so boring, dude. At least you can do them co-op, which is nice. Yeah, this is one of those just wave-based, you just kill things. These suck so bad. I'll tell you what, let me get... Oh, I got enough ults. I think I tried this once, and it was like a time-limited boss kill thing that I was like... not too capable of doing at the time.
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
No one escapes my sight.
Retribution!
Every ult ever, and it's not really getting the job done.
As a good knight should.
That's better. Woo, that was close. Not gonna make it. I wanna try that again. I need to get my ults though. I think I can do that. Let me think. Maybe get Lisa's ult in here. Lisa's ult would probably be really effective. Every time I have to use her, I like cry, but thank God she has a good hat. I don't really mind her character design. It's mostly her character that I'm not a huge fan of. Let's go smack some things. Gets her ult. Okay, good. Lisa already has her ult. I've seen a lot. Lisa's pretty popular, but I really stand by this. I really feel like if Lisa's personality was on a guy, I don't think people would like the character at all. And it's not like there's any, it's not bad if you like a character because you think they're attractive, but like having that kind of personality is not very attractive, right? And like for real, that kind of personality never goes over well if there's a guy. I'll be happy if we find out those blue things, though, aren't used for the limited, or rate ups if it's an unlimited character, because then I can get a shot at some of these 4 stars, man. What's the rate on 4 stars anyway? I know the rate on 5 stars, but I actually never looked at the rate on 4 stars. Because this game doesn't have 3 stars, so it's kind of weird. You know, I should be building ult, but I kind of want to try to drown this chick. Fuck, she teleported. God damn it. I was getting close there. You can actually stun lock her forever if you do it right. But I messed that up. Come on. As long as you dash cancel, you can do it. I fucked it up again. I fucked it up again. It's because he keeps trying to swing at the bugs. Oh my god, are you kidding? Fucking Christ. Don't teleport. These bugs are gonna mess it up. God, I keep swinging at the bugs and they keep hitting me. I'm stuck! Wait, how am I swimming but she's not drowning yet? God damn it. I've drowned one of them before, but the way this water is, I don't think it's gonna work. Oh! No, she just died, but no point. Damn it. Yeah, she was too tall. That's probably what. No, look, I'm having to swim here too, and he's definitely taller than she was. But I have drowned them before. Weighted boots, yeah, that's the smart play there. Actually, I've one-shot ice boys with water. It depends on what ice enemy it is, but like the ice mages, sometimes you can melt the ice that they generate underneath themselves, and it'll drown them. But I guess slimes. I don't think I've ever drowned an ice slime. But I haven't really tried either. Alright, almost have his ult, but let me get it. You gotta kill that guy quick. Although I feel like this ult doesn't contribute that much to breaking the armor. Maybe I should break the armor, then blow all the ults. That might be more logical. It's a puzzle I haven't done? I'm not sure. Oh god. Why now? Just let my stam get back here. They give you quite a forgiving amount of time on this one. Yeah, I feel like they could have given you a lot less time there. Okay, I see there's more than one point. This is actually a lot more involved than I thought. There we go, that wasn't so bad. Okay, oh, okay, it was kind of bad. Why are, no, not this shit again. We just did this, and you guys are level 40. Good God. And I need to not use ults, because I need to save them for the, you know what, I can use D-Lux though, because he gets his ult so fast. Well, look at him spinning over there. This is gonna be... Oh, okay. Spinny boys. You're all tops. It's great.
Someone needs assistance.
This is ridiculous. Oh my god. And they're like, they're fucking level 40. I wish I had Amber again so I could, like, you know, stun lock one of them. This is stupid. This is fucked. If you're gonna make them this high level, could you maybe, you know, make it 2 of them instead of, I don't know, 3 of them? That would have been nice. And I'm trying to not use ults here, but I'm really regretting it. Guys, I like your VC Braun from Fate. It's okay. I'm one of you. This is team killing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna come back when I can use my ults. This is cancer. And VC Braun would not approve of this. We'll do that. I know where that is. I'll go back there as soon as we do this challenge thing. I mean, a VC Braun wouldn't team kill like Adam or anything. It's just the soulless ones. But that is true, actually. It's a good point. Wait, does... Yeah, Lisa's got her ult. She already had it. Okay. I think I'll do their ults and I'll save Lisa and Deluxe.
Time to clean up.
Oh, his thing's already gone.
Surrender in the region.
Fuck!
Come a little closer.
Fuck! I was so close! I think we should have saved Kaya's ult. Hey, VC Braun at least regretted that a lot. He wouldn't do that again. Like, he really regretted doing that. Oh, yeah, like really changed his character and everything. Let's fight the Earth Cube. God damn it, dude. I was so close. Yeah, I think if we use Kaya's ult better, we might be able to pull that off. Oh, look, I don't know if you can do the lightning fire combo if you have ice running around in there. I'm not sure that'll work. I mean, obviously his ult still does damage, right? But yeah, Noelle just wrecked it with her ult. She just like deletes it. It's like, bye. This character's grown on me so much, by the way. Like, it's probably the character that's grown on me the most. I still wish she looked a little bit older, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Leave it all to me.
I need to make Noelle a better weapon. I need to have her one that's like as good as Deluxe. I might be able to make one. I have to look. Or just to send hers, honestly, that'd be helpful. Oh, it's right there, right. This is so much faster when you have the wind MC. You do this twice, then you do the wind thing, then you do it, the ice again. It's very nice. I got the prototype weapon for Diluc from... There's a treasure... I'll just show it. There is a quest right here. You talk to Dr. Livingstone, and then she makes you go here, here, and here. And it gets rid of the seals here, and it's in the chest. And then you take that item, and then you get a bunch of the like blue crystals from this place. You need so many of them, and regular ore. And then you buy like 2 of these things you can buy at a shop in this place, and then you can craft it. And then by the time you do all that, because that's you know that's a lot of locations. By the time you do all that, you probably have enough XP items and shit to just instantly max it. Oh yeah, and some of that stuff I just mentioned actually was not for crafting it. It was for it's crafting it and ascending it. But yeah, if you do all that, it's. But yeah, the prototype weapons you can also get from like the wolf. The wolf drops them. I think if you refight the dragon, he drops them. Although I have pity for you if you're replaying the dragon. That stage is so fucking bad. But yeah, the wolf can drop them. I know. Yeah, it does. I legitimately thought the same thing, that it reminded me of None of a Blade Works. And it reminds me of Sif's graveyard in Dark Souls. You know, or Torius's grave, I suppose, but you know, Sif is there. Yeah, you can RPG the heck out of the dragon, and there are some characters that make it a lot easier and stuff. It's just, it's not fun, and it's not well designed. It's so wonky. Like, it's just boring. Like, God, they did such a bad job with that fight, which sucks because some of the other fights are good. I think the cubes are bad. They're just kind of boring. They're not like shit, but they're kind of dull. And then I think the dragon is bad. But then the other bosses I think are pretty good. Kind of curious how hard this guy's gonna be now that my world level is higher. Oh wait, I didn't realize he was casting that. I got the dash cancel. Man, if you don't dash cancel on her, her last swing has got so much recovery, it's
I
ridiculous.
must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, what am I stuck on? That was bullshit. But yeah, the cubes are just not involved enough. Their attacks are too easy to deal with, and they're kind of boring. I don't like the design of like they're unhurtable, but then they're like so easy to hurt. Like it's so boring, dude. It's so much more exciting when it's like you can attack them, but they could attack as well. Like the wolf, you gotta really think about when it's okay to swing and whatnot. Although they still have the wolf just like stand there like a fucking idiot sometimes, which I don't like that. I swear that's for mobile users, man. Like, which is unnecessary. Like. My god, this lasts a while. I wonder if Amber can hit it in that part. Probably. I almost wonder if it's better to reset after the third swing. It might be, in the long run.
Catch up.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind the water boss. I would not want every boss to be designed that way at all. Oh my god. But it was fun. You know, you kind of have to RPG it to a degree. You know, there's no dodging everything and stuff. But it's fun. It makes you manage your team well. You have to, like, do team stuff. Like, I wouldn't mind some fights that it's like, yeah, you really need to use a team for this. Even if you're trying to challenge yourself, you really need to use a team for this. And you need to do synergy, and you need to, like, these characters are good for dealing with those enemies, and these other characters are better for dealing with these enemies, you know. That's fine, right? So doing that every once in a while, I think is actually kind of cool, but I would definitely not want that to be the oh, wait, he's down. What am I doing?
Someone needs assistance.
By the way, she can still heal people right now, even though she can't do damage to this guy, she's still healing the team. It's kind of funny. I framed it! I do think at some point they're gonna make you fight 2 cubes at once, and I think that'll be way harder. Like, I think that's gonna happen at some point, and that would actually be reasonable. I don't think that would be broken. Might depend on which 2 cubes, but... like, the lightning cube and the earth cube, I think that'd be totally fair to fight them at the same time. That would be fine. I think it's completely soloable. You have to be a little bit careful. And then we might say, well, this game's not designed to be soloed. Why are you bringing that up? It's because it means you can beat it by just playing really well. Right? That's the reason that matters. It's not that, of course, a lot of people aren't going to solo, but if you only use one character, never switch, never heal, and it's beatable, that means skill alone is what is the most important, which is good. Because basically everything in this game has met that standard, so, you know, I don't want to see them stop. I wonder if I can just not kill these now because he's so low on health. I wonder if I could just ignore these, and then, he'll spawn the healing ones. I wonder if you'd have to kill the healing ones and these, though. That would be, like, impossible. I kind of want to experiment and see. Damn, I don't think you can iframe that. I mean, some enemies move around plenty, like the wolf does, and things like, and like those shield guys and the golems and stuff. But yeah, some enemies are pretty dumb. I'll leave one of these pillars alive, and then I'll try to get him to heal. Fuck.
I must leave no stone unturned.
That way, it's like if he heals, it won't heal that much, and if he doesn't heal, we'll know you don't have to kill the other things. Although it's gonna take forever to kill him if he's got a pillar. It's Gate of Rockalon. That's the best I got.
Someone needs assistance.
Like, this phase would be tough if the lightning guy was here. Right? If this was going on and the lightning guy was doing stupid shit, you'd actually have to think about where you're dodging, and, you know, it'd be kind of complicated. Oh. I've always wanted to know what he was doing when he did that animation, because every time he'd done that animation, the pillars were dead, and apparently he sends a giant pulse damage out of them.
Steady as stone.
I'm actually really glad to know that now. I'd always wondered, like, he would do that attack and nothing would happen, and I didn't get it. Should have life framed that. Alright, here we go.
As a good knight should.
Yep, you don't have to kill it. I will say, though, that was so obnoxious not killing it. Alright, I have to get her ult again. Although she got a lot of ult charge off that. Find something random to beat the hell out of. I'm so looking forward to as they add more content to this game. I just want to make sure I keep old gear around so I can always make any boss fun to fight. Because if they keep adding bosses and adding bosses and adding bosses, eventually you're just going to have this awesome selection of things to fight, right? Why did I teleport to this one? That's what Vindictus was like eventually. They had this golden era before they made that game really dumb, where they just added so many bosses and they were all relevant. It was awesome, dude. It was, oh my god, that was so much fun. And I'm hoping that someday this game just has like, because right now they've got a few good bosses. The wolf's not really replayable though, only from time to time. And the cubes aren't really good enough to, they're okay, but the fire plant and ice plant are good though. The water boss is good. The wolf is good when you can fight him. Yeah, Vindictus used to be so good back in the day, man. I had so much fun in that game. It's not awful now. Like it got really bad for a while. They've made it better. It's still not like it was back in the day though, and it's still pretty like casual. And the big thing is they've just buffed the characters so much that they can't make good boss fights anymore, and they have to rely on gimmicks. Like the bosses have to do like unfair gimmicks that you have to deal with that have nothing to do with like iframes and blocking and countering. Because that game had such a good. They did an. Why am I not using her? Anyway, that game did one of the best jobs I've ever seen of giving you different kinds of defensive mechanics depending on the character that had different pros and cons. It wasn't just I have a dodge and I have iframes, right? You know, like, what was her name? Fiona didn't even have a dodge with an iframe. She had a dodge that would move, but there was no iframes. You know, that really changed the way that she worked. And then you had Karak, who would basically be blocking, but only doing certain parts of his own attacks. You know, you didn't have... That was so interesting. But then you had Lon, who just had good old-fashioned iframes, but not very many, and you had to be very skillful with them. You know, then you had Eevee, who could just, like, teleport like a motherfucker, and that was kind of silly, but... that was awesome, man. Like, that having all those different types of defensive mechanics and seeing how they would interact with... Like, you'd have different characters fighting the same boss, and they'd have to deal with it in such a dramatically different way because their defensive mechanics are so fundamentally different from each other. That was good shit, man. Like, I really loved that. The problem with Vindictus is, and I saw this because I remember a lot of the original developers quit, is the people that were in charge of it did not understand the game well enough to be able to design new boss fights that could interact with all these nuanced defensive mechanics. So what they started doing was making all characters just universally strong that could do everything. You got to the point where everyone had really, like, seriously, they used to not, like, the lawn character, he used to only have these really short iframe dodges, but he could rapidly dodge, but the iframes were so short. Right, but he didn't go very far. But then there was like a character that had like a more long range, big dodge and stuff. But they started like to just give every character everything. Everyone had rapid dodges they could do really quickly, but they'd go really far so they could get out of the way of anything. And everyone gets a block, and everyone gets like so. It just got They basically made it so okay, we'll make it so every character could deal with any attack we ever make. So we couldn't possibly make a boss that you can't beat. That because they just couldn't design good gameplay anymore. Do you think Vindictus would be better if they did something like WoW Classic? The problem I see with that is, one, they wouldn't be able to add any new content, and I think you'd want new bosses and shit. And, there are aspects of that game that I don't think would have aged very well. I think the combat mechanics ages amazingly well. Like, even the combat now, I think, is great. Like, I'm not kidding. Vindictus was made in, what, 2003? Or some shit? I think to this day, it has a better combat system than most video games that I've seen, and certainly better than like every MMO and game like that I've seen, like easily. It was so ahead of its time in terms of combat mechanics. It's shocking. But there was a lot of things that were not ahead of its time. You know, the amount of like time it would take to get like fucking, what were they called, enchant scroll drops. There were like these like specific bosses would drop specific enchants that you could put on your gear, and some of them were really important. and like every time you get new gear, you'd have to enchant it again, and it could just take. Oh my god, it could just take so long. That's just, good lord, there was some stupid shit in that game like that. The core gameplay though was like fucking phenomenal, and to this day it was one of my favorite combat systems. It's one of the only games I can think of that I really would put up there with like Ninja Gaiden Black. Yeah, Nexon was not a good publisher, not at all. Not even a little bit. Yeah, they're smashing slimes, and somehow that makes. I guess they're smashing forest slimes, and because they're green slimes, it makes a wooden shield. Which, by the way, that makes them the worst enemy ever, and I need to slaughter them because no one should ever hurt green slimes. That's awful. But wait, does Lisa have her ult? Yep. Okay, we're ready. Shit! I don't have room for well, I got room for these guys, but oh my god, I only have one slot left, dude. I gotta save that for my brother. He started playing the other day. Oh my god, they need to add more friend slots, dude. I can't believe I'm already like at capacity. You know, I'm sure a few people will quit over time, and I'll remove them, and that'll help some, but I wonder if I ult first. No, that initial swing is good.
As a good night should.
I swung too soon and it didn't hit him. He didn't have a shield yet. Oh my god, we fucked up. I think we're fucked. I'm not, this isn't even worth it. I should just quit this one and get her ult again, so I don't have to get everyone's ult again. I fucked that up, man. Yeah, he hadn't spawned his shield yet, and I did the big slash at the start. Big boo-boo. Why do they even add limits to friends lists? I have no idea, to be honest. I think it's because, I mean, to be fair, a normal user of this game would probably never need to add that many people, and if they had a bunch of people on the friends list, it might be confusing to try to find the person they're looking for, so I think that's a big part of it. But because, you know, I mean, look what year it is, right? You know, streaming is so common now, so it's kind of lame. Like, at least make it higher than that. Like, make it 70 or 100 or something, like... Maybe they'll add a guild system eventually. This game could benefit from a guild system phenomenally because it has proper co-op. A lot of games add guild systems and they can't really do anything fun with it. This game could easily do fun things with guild systems. You could have guild bosses that, like, you know, guys, okay, we're gonna fight this boss on Monday, and, you know, everyone be online, and then you fight them to get that. Jesus, that could be awesome. And hopefully the guild limit would be a bit higher, and I could just kind of add all my regulars from the stream. That would be phenomenal. Yeah, that needs to happen. A lot of mobile games and gacha games have guild systems, but they're kind of limited in like what you can actually do with that. But this game, I don't think would have any problem, you know, having some good content for that kind of thing. You gotta find enemies, man. Yeah, that can happen. You get so many friend invites or messages at once that the game just can't handle it because the game is not designed to deal with that kind of thing. Like a lot of games, the UI literally doesn't support like queuing up things and like, you know, having that kind of. This looks awful. This is level 50 and it looks like another one of those heaven fucking horseshit places. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Although I might try that soon. I'll remember that. That was what Mofo I think was talking about the other day because that said level 50. We beat the 45 one. We beat the 45 one, and I was really proud of that. But let me just. I need to get Noelle's ult here. I don't want to cheese him though. I don't like playing video games that way. And if you like playing video games that way, I'm not. You know, it's no hate or anything. It's just I don't enjoy doing that stuff. I like figuring things out and you know, learning nuances and enemies' movesets and shit. Like, when I was doing the wolf, you know, really under-geared and under-level, I had to learn all these weird things about, like, how his AI worked. It's like, I enjoy that. I like figuring that kind of stuff out. Yeah, Noelle's growing on me a lot. Still not, like, my favorite character design or anything, but, like, you know, she's just trying to help, and she's very helpful, so it's nice. So I keep forgetting I'm trying to build ult on her and not kill random things. You can build her. I have a friend that has given her like a really good weapon. Cause like for real, I'm using I'm using some garbage on her as a weapon. Yeah, it's just a 3-star. It's not, you know, it's level 28. It's level 28 out of 40, right? So, I mean, this thing could be so much stronger. But, you know, you give her, I see you generally would build defense on her because it scales like her healing and shit. But, like, if you want to, you can build her, like, pure damage. And her shield is still useful even without the defense.
Assistance.
So then she's kind of a tank healer DPS at that point, which is kind of awesome. I need the Earth main character. Are you fucking kidding me? There's something I can glide off of around here. Probably that mountain, but that'll take us. Oh my god. I'll just mark this on the map and I'll come back to it later. It's not that important. I've been re-rolling 55 accounts and no Gene. Feels bad, dude. Fucking Tusk got Jean in one go. He wasn't even trying to get her. He was just playing the game, and he just got Jean out of his tutorial summon. I hope they raid her up sometime, though. I don't like her quite as much as D-Luke, but she is really cool, and having both would be awesome. Sadly, they don't, because she's wind and he's fire, I don't think they have much synergy. They should, though, because, like, you can feed... You have to use air carefully if you're like, trying to, you know, make a fire go out of control, but... If you had a fire user, like a magical fire user, like from Avatar or some shit, and an air user, you absolutely can make fires stronger and shit with air, with oxygen and shit. You just have to be careful about it. You don't want a small flame getting exposed to a huge amount of wind because then it'll just go out. But if you're clever with like oxygen, you absolutely can have synergy there. These like are for puzzles. I've seen these before. They were for a puzzle. They like activated like these things. Yeah. Okay, well that was easy. The other puzzle with those was a little bit more complicated than that. Can you do swirl? Can you get swirl off air? It goes with everything but earth. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think there's any synergy in real life between rocks and air in any way. Other than over like millennia and millennia and millennia, you know, air can wear down earth, but that's not anything. Anything exposed to something for that amount of time obviously is going to wear out. Like otherwise, there's really nothing happening interaction-wise there. They honestly did a pretty good job with the different effects that happen. Most of them make, you know, they're obviously silly and like magical and fantasy, but they're based off some degree of reality. I don't think swirl really means anything though, so like that's kind of silly. Like fire and air should have synergy, but it shouldn't be swirl. That doesn't make any real sense. I do like how ice though has such an easy time freezing things that are wet. That obviously is sensible. If you went into a freezing lake already having water all over you, it would be pretty horrible. Oh, I can probably drown this guy. Yep. Oh, I fucked it up. I knocked him onto the ice! That's not deep enough water. Oh my god. Damn it, game. Every time I drown in ice one of these guys, I'm so happy. Like, it's my favorite thing to do ever. Oh, that was a water one, I think. Either way. Alright, we got our ults again. Jesus Christ. Maybe I upgrade Noelle's stats a little bit. I've just been gun shy about leveling this weapon because it's kind of a weapon I want to go back to if I'm like, oh, my stats are too high. But I guess I could just get another one. This is like one of the most common things ever, isn't it? Fuck, I don't really like this on her though. Like, it's got HP and I'd rather have defense or something. Hold on, let's see what we got. Surely we have something that'll be better for her than that. This isn't so bad if we can ascend it. It doesn't have defense on it, but I mean, more attack is alright. Physical damage bonus. I don't think that works with her ult. I think her ult is, you know, geo damage, rock damage, whatever. Don't have much for her right now. This one would be better for the purpose that we need it for if I can ascend it. I wouldn't really want to buy these right now. Do these shops reset? Does anyone know? I don't know this game well enough. when you buy these things from the souvenir shops, do they come back eventually, or when you buy them, is that? No? Okay, that sucks. So yeah, I don't think I should buy it just for this thing. I'll have to farm those eventually. So that means they really want you to do those stupid dungeons. That's like their end goal, is they want you just doing those repeatable dungeons. I don't like that, man. That's gonna suck if you're having to spend all your free time just in there farming the ascension mats and that. That's gonna be so boring, dude. Like, I don't like those at all. They're so dull, and I don't want to gear grind. That's not fun. Yeah, I hope they address that. That's not a good idea, in my opinion. You have to be really careful what you buy from the souvenir shop then. I guess we'll just level this then for now. Like, we'll just enhance it. That seems like the most reasonable thing I can do right now. I'll just have to be smart about, I just don't like this one though, because it has health on it. Not defense or attack. That's not really what she wants at all. Yeah, I'll co-op those a lot when we do them, but the thing is, when you've done it like for 30 times, co-op or no, it's not going to be any fun. What makes co-op fun is when you're doing things that are like a bit more challenging, you know, maybe it's more than just fighting, you're moving around a bit, you know, you can kind of hang out with your friends. When you're just doing a time limit, horde-based, kill everything, which is the same every time, you know, yeah, it's better than not doing a co-op, but it ain't going to be that fun. And especially because the dungeons aren't available every day. So that makes you feel like, oh, it's available now, I have to farm it because it's not going to be available later. I do kind of suspect, though, as they add more content to this game, they'll probably change that. I feel like that's like their placeholder in-game because they need you to do something while you're waiting for them to add more content. I kind of suspect they'll give you more ways to buy those kind of necessary ascension mats and stuff. And I would hope so. Because, yeah, I'm not really a fan of, I kind of thought that was going to be a thing anyway, but the fact that that's like one of the only ways to do it, I think is pretty shit. Like, if the world bosses could randomly drop them occasionally, that would be a lot better. And then you can add more world bosses and make it more fun and yada yada. And it wouldn't be so bad if they were like proper dungeons, right? Imagine all the dungeons that have puzzles and like different enemies and you're going through different rooms. If that was the content you could do to farm that stuff, and you could also do that co-op, I'm all for it. Like, fuck yeah, let's have some like proper dungeons and there's a boss at the end, and then, you know, the different dungeons drop to different ascension mats, so different days they'll be fighting, you know, different end bosses and shit. That would be good. Like, okay, these guys are fucking the worst. The amount of times that these guys shot me during that, holy crap. But am I alone in this? Like, I would much prefer, like, the in-game farming to, like, get the best gear and upgrade your gear. I think it'd be way more fun if those dungeons were, like, more proper dungeons. There's no time limit. Maybe they got some puzzles, maybe they're a bit harder. At the end of the dungeon, there's, like, a boss, and maybe sometimes it's two bosses that are, you know, stuff like that. I think that would be a lot more fun than this stupid wave-based crap. I just feel like they're afraid of doing co-op in normal dungeons because they think people won't have the right characters. Yeah, I do think the in-game will get better with time, but some games really struggle with figuring out how to do fun things. Like, even though what I just said is pretty basic, man, a lot of games really struggle to come up with an in-game. It's really common. I think this game shouldn't struggle with that because, Jesus, just make new areas to explore and new bosses to fight. You know, it's pretty straightforward. I think they've got a real gem here. They just need to manage it well. But yeah, the whole wave-based thing is like the worst content in this game, in my opinion. It's not fun at all. Alright, let's go fight these guys again. Or this guy again. Well, the thing is, you don't make the puzzles too complicated. Look at, like, World of Warcraft. You know, they don't do puzzles like... You know, what they do is they'll have, like, you know, you gotta dodge the lightning as you move through this thing and as mobs are coming to fight you, right? It's a puzzle, but it's not really, it's not like, you know, Legend of Zelda puzzle, right? Like, because obviously that's gonna be boring. But, you know, having, like, environmental challenges you need to navigate through, and then you fight mobs, and like, oh, this room there's archers up top, and there's, you know, a mini-boss in the middle, and this thing and that thing, and, you know, that kind of shit. That's, I think, a lot more fun than just fighting waves of dudes in a time limit in the same room over and over again, because that's going to become automated. you know, you're just gonna be like, okay, you bring this setup and you spam this skill and you can do it really fast, and then you just do it over and over and over again. Yeah, if they made the souvenir shop reset even once a month, that'd help. Because then you'd be like, okay, I'll just, you know, fuck it, I'll just wait. I don't need to min-max that much.
Catch up.
Because shit, that does not sound like a good time. Alright, he spawns right there. Wait, or is it over there? I think it is right here. And I gotta wait for him to actually spawn the shield. There it is.
Good night, shield.
That's much better.
I'll catch up.
We still might want the ice shards, though. Oh my god. God damn it.
Oh, so sorry.
Surrendering.
Fuck, he's not getting hit by the lightning anymore. I think we're screwed. He just won't go back in. Like, I can't knock him back in, and this takes too long. Yeah, we're fucked. That was way worse than last time. Maybe I should do my ult and then do his strong attack, because his strong attack does really well when you have the flame effect on it. Yeah, that might be better. I'm not sure. I mean, your skill is really good. You want to do the skill, then maybe that. Yeah, I can use attack food, but I like not doing that kind of stuff if I can help it. But whoops! Why did I do that? That was not a good idea. That was so close though. But yeah, we might have to do like attack food. I don't want to really upgrade my gear. I think it'd be hard for me to throw out more damage than that, honestly. Wind main character might be better though. Her ult doesn't do much though. That's the main thing. Not in that kind of fight. Let's see. Well, that's a key thing. I wonder if I think I have one of those earth keys. I should use that. That's weird. Normally when I mark something as a key location, I normally make it a clover. I don't know why I made that an exclamation mark. It's a green slime right there, but we don't kill those because we're not heathens. You know, I think Paimon's going to be important to the story eventually. Like, there's definitely some under the hood, like, shadow versus light, or star, or void versus star, or some bullshit going on in this game. And she'll probably have something to do with that. Like, she looks like she's from space or some nonsense, so I think she'll eventually be important. And they were so vague about how you met her and why she was even there, right? Like, there's obviously, you know, more going on there. Yeah, we fished her out of a pond, but I have a feeling she was, like, trying to run into us, right? And I guess maybe they'll never explain her, but I definitely think something's going. Oh yeah, we could do Abyss. That's something we could do. Let's do that. I totally forgot about the Abyss mode. I need to at least unlock that one character. I don't like Abyss too much, though. It seems like a stat check for the most part, and stat checks just don't interest me too much. I mean, I don't know, they might get more interesting as time goes on, but from what I've seen of them, they kind of just get gear good enough to do it. Oh, you can start at different chambers, I guess. That's nice. Or maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. Cryo damaged. Yeah, well, okay. The thing is, I tell you, man, stat checks and time limits get people to play. That's the thing. It gets them to farm. It gets them because it's an e-penis thing. Look, I farmed enough and I can do the thing. I'm so good, right? It's such a common thing in video games these days. Character damage within 8 seconds of sprint can occur. It's okay. I sprint a lot because that's how you dodge. Movement speed plus 30%. That's fun. We'll do this. That's probably better. Yeah, stat checks and time limits are one of the least interesting kind of content to me, especially when you have a game that has a pretty decent combat system and is capable of having like nuance and shit. I do think they needed another defensive mechanic instead of just dodge, though. Like if characters could block and evade, and then certain attacks promoted one or the other. You know, evade would probably be the thing you want to do the most, but having some attacks, it's like, yeah, it's a good idea to block this instead. I think that'd be better. And you can have like grabs on enemies that you can't evade and shit like that. You know, that's really good. I mean, you can't block, excuse me.
Freeze! This one will be frozen. Cool it. Retribution!
Unfortunately, gacha games can be really bad about trying to appeal to the skillless hack that grinds a lot, which is not, you know, fun in my opinion. The thing is, at the same time, it's okay to have both. That's another thing. It's, you know, some people enjoy the RPG, the progression, and that's fine. And like the planning, you know, putting a good team together, has good synergy. That's all fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But this game's already had so much content that's not around that if that's like all they do at the end, that's gonna be pretty annoying. Yep, that's why I want her, is because she has like a block parry, you know, mechanic thing. I want that so bad, it'll just add more, you know. The problem is they're never going to design bosses with that in mind, though, because they always design bosses with just the dodge in mind. So you're not going to get as much depth as you could. Like, that's why Vindictus was so good, dude. God damn it, that game was amazing. I'm so frustrated that they changed that game so much over time, because that's a game I would love to kind of share with people and show why I like it, but... Alright, character's elemental skill, damage plus 20%. That seems like the one. That's some good old-fashioned hit, boom, boom. How viable is a team with Achilles, Bond, CE, and David? I would say normally it's not really necessary, because normally Achilles going more damaging mode will mean you'll win fast enough that you wouldn't need the extra survivability, but there are very specific circumstances, especially if you're doing death manipulation with like St. George or Poster Girl or Leonidas.
Really bring the Knights of Favonius with.
But you know when your units are going to die, and you could have Leonidas or Achilles show up right when the enemy's going to NP, and you block a whole NP for the team. That's really good. Or use the Switch Mystic Code, you know, shit like that. So his Bond CE has its place. It's something to keep in mind. It's not one of those useless Bond CEs. But normally it's better to have Achilles going murder mode, I would say. Because he has enough survivability on his own. And if the rest of the team needs protection, that doesn't really make any sense, because Achilles is the DPS, and the other units are probably going to be supports. And if you're having to like burn value on your DPS to save your supports, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But there are times it would be good for sure. Yeah, event bosses would be cool. I wonder how they're going to handle events moving forward. They'll obviously have them. I'll be curious to see what they do. This game is just so new that we'll just have to see, right? It could go a lot of places. They can make it a lot worse. They can make it a lot better. They can keep it very much the same. So we'll just have to see. FGO is definitely a game that got way better with time, although it's starting to get worse with time recently, which I'm not really happy about. But although the main story hasn't. I mean, Lost Belt 5 is fucking god tier, man. So. But yeah, FGO improved so much as time went on. Day one, it was such a shit show. This game is way better than day one FGO, so I'm hoping the devs are smart, good. How did they do with that other game of theirs, that other Impact game? Like, did they, you know, make it better as it went on? Did they add new modes? Did they, you know, improve those kinds of things?
Freeze!
Yeah, more enemies, more areas. Definitely more enemies, though. Holy shit, that's like the biggest problem I have.
Cool it. This one will be frozen. Dodge this.
God, that was annoying.
Leave it all to me.
You have to. That's kind of weird. I mean, how much do you do the story in that game compared to, you know, compared to just like, you know, side modes or bonus shit or what? That does sound kind of annoying if you're never getting to use your own characters. When character HP is greater than 50%, attack plus 30%. That's good enough for me. Although I just realized you don't heal between modes. Shit. Or between floors or levels or whatever. The events are good though. I'm just curious like how they've supported it. Like, you know, how different is that game now from day one? You know, how much have they, you know, improved on it?
I must leave no stone unturned.
Cool it.
Oh shit, these guys are still here.
Try not to enjoy this too.
I was not good placement for that. I always forget she places it at her feet and not where she's looking. I always make that mistake. And it's because I don't play her very much because I don't like her. That's the whole shtick.
Leave it up to me. Time to clean up.
Dodge this.
That would have been so much better if I had not messed up her ult though. I could have gotten through these guys a lot quicker.
Leave it up to me.
Actual story replay from the beginning. I know, right? God, FGO, what are they doing with that? I can't, it's just so shocking to me that FGO hasn't added story replay, dude. It'd be so good in that game too. Dude, everyone has the counter chick. It's killing me. I like how, one, she's a lightning character, which I have like none of that I like. And that synergizes with my favorite character, D-Luke, right? And then two, she's like an adult, so that's nice. You know, there's way too many kiddie characters in this game. And then she has a unique, you know, blocking counter mechanic. That's awesome. I'm like, and everybody gets her, but I can't roll right now, so I don't even get a chance at it. Feels bad. Hi, Persona. How you doing? I'm not salty. You're salty. I wish that Impact game, the other Impact game, was had males in it. It's so lame that it doesn't. It's the whole reason I never played it. But it looks like it has a pretty good combat system and whatnot. Pulled her an hour ago. Congrats, man. Let's see. I think Elemental Mastery makes your element attacks better. I'll try it. Why not? The attack is probably better, but kind of one. Oh, I didn't look at this floor's bonuses. I forgot. Whoops.
Let's spark things up a little.
Fuck, trying to use my E and it's just like not happening.
You've been a naughty boy.
I like. I just realized what they did. They give the wooden shield guy so you want to use fire, but then the slimes are immune to fire. I fucked up. I should not have done that. I just pushed them all away. I should have just done the. Should have done the. No, I'm trying to do the flurry thing. I gotta be bad at this game. Please tell me that kills them. I'm not sure that killed them or not. Sometimes you knock people off things, it doesn't technically kill them, which is dumb. I think it killed them. I keep trying to do the thing, and I think it's not happening, so I stop clicking it, and then I just do the push away thing.
Retribution!
Yeah, it's good. Knocking them off is actually good. That's a lot more satisfying. I hate when you switch characters and then it just happens to be a time where they're doing like an attack that'll knock you down. That is really frustrating. But gotta plan ahead. Worst bad thing about that is you end up with no stam when you're done. Messed up my counter or my cancel. That was not great, but oh well. I like when you do Noelle's ult and you do her spin, and it looks amazing. You're like this giant ass AoE. I'd like to see how good that does if you focus on like pure damage gear on her. I think it'd be kind of interesting. Alright, elemental burst damage 20%, that's your ult. Skill 20%, that's probably better. Spreading costing less isn't bad though, you get to cancel constantly and dodge constantly. We'll do that. It's pretty straightforward, more damage. Oh god, my D-Luke's having a bad day. He fell down some stairs.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Okay, this is not great.
As a dutiful maid would.
Say, does that tingle again? Just one more time. I'm not dodging enough. I'm trying to like be fast, and so I'm like face taking damage. Which is why I don't like time limits, by the way. I'd rather actually be good at the game and dodge things, but, you know. I like how I did lightning and I didn't use my fire character. That makes sense.
Another test subject. Another test subject.
Knock him off.
I got careless. That tingle. Another test subject. Freeze. That retribution. I got careless. Freeze.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Oh, you can't knock them off over here. Shit.
I got careless. Have a little taste.
Well, it knocked him off anyway. I'll take it. Oh my god, swing the other way. God damn it.
Steady as stone.
Freeze. Tingle.
I kind of envision that guy falling to his death and saying, "Does that tingle?"
I got careless.
Fuck, I'm messing up my knockbacks. What the fuck?
I got careless. That tingle.
Oh my god. That could have gone a lot better. Oh my god, it's not over yet. Shit. Stop saying that. They're not gonna stop saying it, by the way.
Time to clean up.
I hate, dude. Can you turn that off? Like, you can't swing. It won't swing where you're facing. It like locks onto an enemy if you like it or not, and you have to swing that way. I fucking hate that.
I'll catch up.
That fucking yeehaw mo, man.
No stone
That was awful. That's because I let my D loot get too fucked up, so I couldn't really play him. I hate doing the heal, but I think I kind of have to. I'm in such a bad spot. The meta is definitely always pick offense though, and just don't get fucked up.
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance.
God damn it, dude. So one thing I like about time limits, and you have to be careful with this, is they encourage you to
Stone.
you know, not stall, you know, not and try to, you know, play in an efficient way, but they also encourage, you know, overly aggressive tactics, and other tactics are almost irrelevant, and also just over-gearing things. Overwhelmingly, time limits in an RPG type game that has stats and that kind of shit, it just ends up promoting just, you know, get levels, get stats, you know, smash, smash, smash.
Frostbite. What's that?
I am clicking so many wrong buttons right now.
Don't be such a brute. Try not to.
I was just trying to do my double ult there, and I just clicked every wrong button ever.
Steady as stone.
That was insane. I cannot believe how many wrong buttons I just clicked there. That sucks. Got me wrecked. I think if you're in a game that you have a preset character, preset stats, you know, it's not like a level up RPG kind of game, time limits can work really well.
You're in for a little shock.
That's a tanky boy. I fucked up my dodge! I dodge that all the time! I don't know what I'm doing.
I must leave no time to clean up. Someone needs assistance.
Nothing like choking, man.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
Okay, I think we get... Oh, hey, we got one of these. Is that a spear? I don't have any spear users. God fucking damn it. Anyway, I think we get the character now. How do you leave this? Unless, do we need to keep... I don't think we need to keep going. I mean, Abyss just seems like a giant stat check time limit RPG bullshit. It's like, you're not... Literally, we just fought like an axe guy and one of those golem guys. We fought that in the open world all the time, so it's just a stat thing. So far, I don't really care about it, but I don't hate it, but I mean it's pretty much just a stat check. Just get a spear user, I know, right? Oh yeah, I guess you do get a spear from. I don't like her that much. I don't like hate her, but it's not a character I'm gonna invest in at all. Some of her normal attacks are cool, and I do legitimately like that her like strong attack is like that dash thing. Like that's a really cool, unique mechanic, and you could definitely have some fun min maxing with that in like boss fights or whatever. I don't think you can go back. There's no button I can press to go back. Um, I guess you just go in and leave. That's weird. I don't think there's a way to stop. I'll mess around with it from time to time. You know, it's alright, but it's definitely not the best thing in the game by any means. Oh, wait. Actually, I don't think I did do it. I think, did you have to complete floor 3? I think I stopped before we were done. Fuck. I think I stopped before floor 3 was done. You have to beat floor 3. You're good? Okay. Shit. I guess you just go to the one menu. Yeah, this thing.
Hello, nice to meet you.
There we
Happy
go.
shopping. I'm a chef from Liyue. My favorite place is the chicken. I mean, the kitchen.
Well, we got another character. I guess we can send her out on expeditions, you know. There's that. Because, yeah, having not really spent any of the SQ they've given out, I don't really have any characters, so. Yeah, I did the 2 tutorial summons, and that's it. So, yeah, not doing so hot on the character roster. Yeah, let's see, what do I got? So, yeah, the only things I have that are not, like, default is D-Luke and this guy. That's it. And I guess you could say Noelle, but I mean everyone gets Noelle, so it's the only abnormal things that you don't get no matter like pretty much no matter what I have is this little shit and then this big shit. So, dude, his side quest was pretty funny. That was like, you know, some of the story in this game is trash, but I enjoyed that side quest. It was kind of trash in its own way because it was just a like, you know, Batman parody, but it was kind of fun. I'm saving my rolls for if they rate up something that I really want, like Jean or D-Luke. You know, want to have as much saved up as possible. Because that's, I think, the mistake a lot of free-to-play people make is they just roll all the time, and then, like, their favorite thing ever gets added into the game, and they don't have anything saved up. You know, my shtick is, you know, you wait for the right moment, and then you fire everything, right? And then you get that thing you really like, and you don't spend a penny, and it feels amazing, right? It's. I will say, though, I legitimately feel bad because I like this game and I'm enjoying it and I have not given the developer a dime, right? But I don't like supporting like gambling and shit. I don't have a problem with because okay, gachas are slightly different than gambling because casinos do not give you free money to use, right? That's a difference. But the act of the rest of it is still gambling, right? Like I don't care what the law says or any of that. It's obvious. You look at psychology and like how you basically can spend money to get nothing. That's gambling, right? And people say, oh, but you can't spend money to get nothing because you always get like you get something. You get and in this game, you know, you get the weapons and characters you already have and low stars that you already have. But like that's nothing, right? That's basically getting nothing. So in my opinion, it's still gambling, and I don't like that. I don't like spending my money on a maybe. You know, I have no problem spending my money on, oh, hey, spend 20 bucks, get a skin. I can get behind that. You know, so that kind of thing is fine. But right now, there's no way to support this game really without gambling, and I don't want to do that. A lot of games add other ways to support the game, and I hope they do that. The only thing you can really do, in my opinion, that I can kind of get behind is this. You know, because this is good value for your money, and you can do this ahead of time. No one would buy this to roll right away, right? That's not what this is for. This is like, you know, you just build up, and then whenever you do go to get around to rolling, you're gonna have a lot more So I don't mind this. I can get behind. So I might buy this because I would like to give the developers some degree of money, but I'm not opening my wallet to get rate ups. That's not going to happen. I don't like that kind of business model. And it's more honestly, it's more fun. I think games are more fun. Like these games are more fun when you don't get everything. You can't have every. You got to pick and choose, and then different people have different options. I really enjoy that. So yeah, I'll probably do this because I can't think of anything else I could do. Like I think this is reasonable. And with the way I play, I'll just stock up even more. So I might do that. Everyone's gonna call me a whale if I do this though. Like as a joke. I know if I buy this, everyone is gonna call me a whale as a joke. Like I'm so sure of it. Like 100%, I'm gonna get called a whale for this. But this is good value for money. I'm like that's the thing. Buying gyms or SQ or whatever the fuck the game has, generally it's such a bad ratio. But like that's a good ratio. It's a limited ratio. You can't. You can't get 3 of those. It's one a month and then that's it. So it's the only good like boom for your buck in the game. Like if Jean comes out 3 months from now and I get her, everyone's gonna like, you only got her because of the money you spent on the sub, right? Like everyone, it's gonna be the joke, right? But I do legitimately want to support the game because I like it, and it's shocking to me that I've gotten this much fun out of it and I ain't spent a dime, right? So it'd be nice to do something. That's where I like skins, because skins don't affect gameplay. You're not cheesing anything. You're not being a wallet warrior. You're not whaling. You just spend some money. You get a cool cosmetic. And that's that. That's a really nice way to support a game. Oh yeah, I know my audience. I got it. It is legitimately funny though. I mean, I get it. It's all in jest. Well, actually, there would be that one guy on YouTube, right? Like I think my regular Twitch viewers, it's obviously jest, but there would be that one guy on YouTube. There's always that one guy on YouTube. I leveled up my skills in FGO on 3 stars, and that makes you a whale, right? Like, legit, it's like, okay, it's like, this isn't free to play because you leveled up your skills. Like, 'cause yeah, you can't do that. Is like, Jesus. Yeah, some games make their skins way too expensive. I don't really like when they do that. Like, it's not even smart. It's legitimately bad business because there's a lot of players that don't have the money or they don't want to spend that kind of money, and so you're not monetizing them. They're just gonna be free to play forever. But if you let them spend 5, 10, 15 bucks on something that's not gambling, they will. And you want to monetize that. Like, why wouldn't you? I fired that at the wrong angle and I didn't do as much damage as I could. I just messed up my combo. Yep, I need to upgrade my world again. If I'm gonna use this weapon, my world needs to be higher. This weapon's too strong for my world level. Like, this guy's melting, like, Jesus. Fucking crap, I'm normally pretty good at iframing that, but, I blame the talking. Think he does another one? No, he doesn't. Slam! I need to fight the fire boss. I don't know that boss very well. Yeah, I do way too much damage. This is nuts. I just hit for 800. Okay, yeah, sure. What? I swear I was not facing that way. Whew. Dude, I'm gonna kill him. Well, I might not. See, I might kill him before he does his, that thing. Well, no, not that thing. Here it is. That's the one.
Come a little closer.
This poor bastard, dude. He's dead and he's got his frosting around him, which he can't get in melee range. That's sad. I actually don't really need his loot, so... Fuck that. Yeah, the battle pass is like, it just, the rewards aren't that good. Like, they're like, eh. Like, there's the most battle passes they put skins in them, and they put, you know, weapon skins, you know, that kind of stuff. I'd be like, yeah, I can support that. But this is just like money, XP items and shit. Like, this is nothing. You get a little bit of SQ, but yeah, this is nothing. I think they'll make the battle passes better in the future, though. I think they'll realize that their battle pass sucks. Yeah, I am worried they're gonna get really scummy with the business model. I hope they don't. Oh god, the water boss on a higher... my thing's on a higher level now than the last time I did it. Although I'm stronger than the last time I did it. Fuck it, I'll try it. This won't be boring. Oh god. Also, I wish the battle pass was more fun. Like in what was it, Fortnite? I remember they did like more, you know, creative, you know, challenges that you would do, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we can do co-op. Fuck it. I can always do the water boss again. I've already beat it solo a few times. We can do co-op. Why not? Fuck it. Everybody get in here. Why not? Let me heal up here. Yeah, we can call off whatever the fuck. You know, we can do some wave stuff. We can do whatever chat wants. That's fine. I kind of forgot that existed, to be honest. And I keep forgetting that I'm here to heal, and I keep not healing. What we'll do is we'll mix it up, though. We'll every time we beat something, you know, we'll switch out our people. That way, you know, different people can get in. I'm so jealous of you people and your lightning stuff. Look, they're fucking... I think Poi's not gonna make it in on this one. I am not gonna play Lisa for this, by the way. I'll pick based on what they pick. Let me give them a second. Because you need a good balance of things, you know, having someone that can freeze is good, having someone that can heal is good, and having someone with big burst damage is good. And then, you know, lightning, obviously, in general, is good. Okay, we got lightning. I'll go with Noelle for now. That's probably not what I'm going to use, but I feel like it's a standard pick here. Some healing. I know the other healer's better, but I don't have her leveled for obvious reasons. Oh god, is this what we're going with? Fuck. Okay, hold on. Maybe we give Noelle the big weapon. Shit. Okay, hold on. I thought someone was gonna switch. Yeah, we'll give her the better weapon. Because we're definitely gonna need some healing. So we're gonna have no ice. That's gonna be rough. Oh, Lord, send help. I hope somebody on this team's got damage. I hope someone on this team's got damage, because otherwise... Oh, we have an ice guy. But yeah, we're gonna have those healing fucks if we're gonna need some muscle. Dude, when it spawns ducks and the flying fucks, it's just ridiculous. Just borrowing D-Luke's sword. I need to make a video for this boss. I should have done that when I was level 20 and my word level was one lower, but because now I need to kind of gear up if I want to make a video for it. But I'll use all free-to-play characters, and I can do it. You do like Lisa, Kaya, Noelle. What would the other one be? If it's free-to-play, what would the other one be? I guess main character. I guess that should work. You know, I wonder if the Earth main character on a free-to-play setup would be good here. Like the rock drop, you might be able to hit the birds. And you could probably block. I know you can block the ducks. I know you can block the ducks. Oh, hi. But yeah, I know you can block the ducks and shit with the rock things. I don't know, the rock,
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is.
I have never heard her say that.
Exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Who are we waiting on? There we go. Okay, let's see. I feel like we're lacking damage. But I don't really have a choice here. Okay, well, hopefully someone's got a DPS focus character here. 'Cause yeah, I think we're gonna struggle with the chipmunks or whatever that heal and the boars that can heal. I don't think we're gonna kill those. Does lightning chick do good damage? I don't think so. They were dropping like it's the battle bus, yep. Dude, I'm so worried about the damage. We're gonna have damage problems. Well, he's kind of just sitting here taking it. I should have saved my shield for when he blows up. Hopefully it comes back in time. Why is he just sitting here? Is he bugged? Buddy, would you care to defend yourself? I wonder if we're having co-op lag. That happens sometimes. My shield's gonna be almost back, but not. Wait, does he not explode? I thought he exploded. Oh, there's the boys.
Steady as stone.
Yeah, we're lagging. What the hell? What is... Yeah, this is something ain't right here. Oh yeah, there is, I found this boss in co-op gets laggy. We should try doing it with like 2 people instead of 4 for this boss, because it always like gets weird. I feel like we're slightly overstated for this. Yeah, this is bugged, dude. What is going on? Look at this shit. There's the boars. Yeah, this ain't right.
What's the hurry?
Wait, is the floor going or not? What is going on? This is so bugged. I'm gonna have to relog after this. I find this boss bugs the fuck out like this sometimes. I've never seen it like this though. I've never seen it where like the enemies are just standing still and being dumbasses. I've never seen that before.
I'll catch up. Leave it all to me. Have a good night, sure.
I wonder if you can iframe that explosion from those mobs when they dive with like an ult. Yeah, I mean, look, they're just broken. The AI is just like dead. That sucks. This is normally a hard fight, man.
To me.
Yeah, look, they're not even shooting. They're not even shooting their thing. They're just standing there. Yeah, I think when we co-op, we'll have to have less people, especially because I'm streaming. Because streaming puts, you know, a lot of. I don't think it's my internet though, because I'm not dropping frames. I'm not, you know, there's no like internet issue on my end as far as I can see. But the game always just gets so weird when I co-op with so many people. Where? What? I need to check when those enemies explode. I want to know if you get in the water if they don't hurt you. I'd respect that game design a lot more if it was like that. I like how we're, you know, basically cheating, and we've gotten lucky spawns. It never spawned the flying birds, which are absolutely the biggest problem when they're like combined with, you know, their annoying enemies. I think the game has like compatibility issues when there's just so many players and effects going on. The game just can't. Because I think it's peer-to-peer, I think is how the matchmaking works in this game, and that would explain some of the weird nonsense that can happen. I mean, the enemy actually attacked there for once. Guys, it took them the entire game, but the enemies figured out how to attack.
I'll catch up.
The flower's not actually here. See what I'm saying with the buggy nonsense? Okay, I don't think I even deserved that loot, to be honest. Okay, let's try this again with one. We'll duo. We'll duo one person in and see if it runs better. Let me relog though, because holy crap. Normally I find when the co-op bullshit messes your game up, you need to relog it or it doesn't fix. But thank you for coming, guys. Feel bad that was like the worst gameplay experience of all time, but do you remember that time that the boss just died for no reason? Like, we died and we came back and the boss was dead, and the ads were still alive, and the loot was just there. That was so weird. Like, I feel like this game has lag issues when you have a lot of people in your world, and this boss especially, is just a absolute buggy, laggy piece of shit from what I have seen. Yeah, I haven't dropped a single frame. I'm looking at my OBS, I have not dropped a single frame, so my internet's not being taxed or anything. I'm looking at my bandwidth and stuff, no problem. So yeah, it's either I think it's just that boss in the server or the game or whatever. I don't even know. But let's try to duo it, and that'll see if that runs any better. All right, who among you? Okay, I don't want to legitimately. If you're like geared as fuck, and you know, I'd prefer not to co-op. Not that I have a problem with you personally. It's just, you know, if you can like trivialize the boss, you know, that's no fun. But anybody that thinks they're kind of in the right, you know, power range and wants to try to duo this, let's give it a whirl. Yeah, the funny... Oh, there we go. Alright. The funny thing was, when you would freeze them, the animation wouldn't play. But doesn't Noelle normally break people that are frozen? Doesn't, like, heavy attacks... I know fire attacks do, but don't heavy attacks normally break freeze? Because, yeah... So, yeah, I think the game was just out of its mind, and it just wasn't working. Alright, let's see what Mofo picks, and then we'll pick based off that. Why is this the wrong menu? Because this game has a million menus. Alright, we have healer, lightning, so fire's fine, and then I guess ice if we need to, like, get someone to back the hell off. Okay, this is decent. So the lightning chick, the archer one, what does she do? Like, I know she summons that bird and shit, but like, what's her? I don't really know how she works. I see everyone playing her, but I don't really know what she does. All I know is burb. She has burb. So she's just like an archer. You just shoot guys and summon burb, pretty much. So just lightning DPS person, I guess. That is nice that the bird sticks around though, man. I would love that with the Luke, because then you get to get the overcharge or overdose, you know, whatever the hell it's called. Make plasma, you know. From what I've seen, she's a Chune, big time. She doesn't look like that on the surface, but from what I've seen, that's definitely what's going on there. Well, he's actually trying to attack. Wait, how did that... I swear sometimes I think that attack just goes farther than its hitbox shows. That still hurt me in the water. That's bullshit. I'm not sure there's a way to not take damage from that. I've tried a lot of things, and none of it has worked. Oh, here we go.
Retribution!
Look at that damage! Good God, lightning is so good. Wow, okay. Those guys are normally hard. That was easy. Look, I'm using the shitty sword. I'm using the shitty sword, I just realized. I'm using the bat, like this is like not half the attack of my other one. Oh my God. Oh no. These guys are the birds, dude. You know what I'd like to see? On high world level, it should spawn more enemies like from the beginning. You should have 2 sets of enemies from the beginning at a high world level. Unfortunately, world level does nothing but increase stats. Which I think is such a... Like, if you wanted to replicate the highest world level, just use weaker gear, right? It's the same difference. I mean, I've literally watched the wolf boss on the highest world level, and he is exactly the same, and his AI fighter is exactly the same. Like, I've seen people claim that the wolf boss only does the ad summoning on higher things. That's wrong. I have literal video proof that that's wrong, and he absolutely summons them just like normal at the other difficulties. Like, I've seen a lot of people claim, I've seen so many people claim that world level makes things, like, different, but I have never seen any evidence of that, and quite the contrary. Every time someone posts a video trying to use evidence, it's just shit that I saw on world level 0, for God's sakes. Like, I know so many people that have said, like, the wolf boss doesn't start doing the ad summoning until, like, you know, world level 3 or something. That's a complete, that's bullocks. Yeah, I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you, the reason people think stuff changes is because they choose the oh god, I can't hurt these guys. I literally cannot hurt these guys. I think if I'm attacking when they swoop, maybe. I'll just focus on the other fucks. But yeah, I think people kill stuff so quickly at, oh my god. I think people kill stuff so quickly on low world levels, they never see stuff like the ad summoning and that kind of stuff. And on higher world levels, if they're having a harder time, they actually see those attacks and they think they're new. But they're not. Like, I have just seen that claimed so many times. And you know, my world level right now is not as high as it could be, right? Like what am I at? Like, because I don't play as much as a lot of people. I'm what am I? I'm at 2, right? So it's upgraded 3 times because it starts at 0, right? And I have paid a lot of attention. You know, I fight the bosses over and over again on every difficulty, and I have not seen anything change. And I've watched other people play at much higher world difficulties, and I've seen people play on the Chinese version that are at max world difficulty, and nothing. I've not seen a damn thing that's different. Nothing, absolutely. Like not trash mobs, not bosses, not mini bosses. It's just, as far as I know, it's just a stat change. Which is lame, because like I said, if you wanted to, because then all you gotta do to mimic being on maximum world difficulty is use really bad gear and don't level up. You know, like it's the same thing. The problem is it takes work to add new attacks, you know, to change AI patterns. You know, that takes effort, and a lot of devs don't bother, and they just, you know, they make difficulty sliders or difficulty settings and things like, they just make them generic, you know, stat percentage things. That's overwhelmingly what games do. Yeah, the drops are better, obviously. But the point of drops is to ultimately get better gear, right? But when the difficulty increase is only relative to your stats, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. But no, I think it was Mofo. It was Mofo or Lost. I think it was Lost. I really think it is that, where people normally don't hold their level back, they don't hold their gear back. So when they're on low world level, they're able to kill the bosses so goddamn easily. They don't see their moveset and stuff. Like I'm telling you, I know that Ice Plant's AI so well, it's stupid. Like, I know that because I fought him when I was so weak and I had such bad gear and I had to, it was really actually difficult. So now I know his AI like the back of my hand. And if his AI ever changes, I'm gonna know, because I know that fight so well. And so far, you know, it's not any different. And neither is the wolf boss. Now, hopefully that'll change with time. You know, there's all kinds of things they could, you know, improve on as this game. Because it's very successful, they're making a lot of money. So I'm hoping they put, you know, some effort into it. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying the game. You know, there's all kinds of like shortcomings and things that I think are kind of, you know, disappointing or, you know, whatnot. But I still enjoy the game a lot, and you know, it is really new. So, you know, I'm hopeful that they're gonna, you know, give it a good, you know, kick in the butt and make it a lot better. I mean, I have to hold back or I just get bored. I have so much more. I'm just not the kind of. I don't have fun just winning, right? I want to understand the AI. I want to, you know, improve. I want to like, because I remember when I first bought the Ice Flower, you know, I did not know his moveset at all, knew nothing about it, and I just sat down and I tried to solo it, and so I didn't want to switch characters. I didn't want to heal any, and so he could kill me in just a few hits. So if I couldn't, him being able to kill me in a few hits, it was really important because it meant because I was, you know, weak. I'd have to fight him for a long time, and the same moves would come up multiple times. And if there was like that one move I couldn't figure out, I would die because I'm not healing. I'm not switching character. I would die. So I had to figure out how every single one of his moves works, and that's what I enjoy. And at the end of it, you figure it out, and it's really rewarding, right? That's what I love. I love that kind of thing. So it was funny back when I was doing the ice plant. You know, I hadn't been playing the game very long, and the game had been really easy up to that point. I could not figure out if we had iframes on our dash or not. I could not figure it out because the enemies, you know, the trash mobs that you're fighting they're giant pussies, right? And their attacks are just so slow and everything. I could never really see if I was iframing it. Because the normal mobs, if they attack you and you dodge, you're so far out of the way, the move wouldn't hit you anyway. So there's no way to tell if you had iframes or not. And so I was kind of like, I don't think we really have iframes. And the reason I thought that was the first thing I thought that you could test anything on was the wind boss. And they don't, that made me think you didn't have iframes because you could not dodge through the shockwave and stuff, right? So I was like, oh, okay. There must not be, there must not be iframes in this game. But the wind boss is abnormal and you just can't iframe, you know, his shockwave and stuff. The game just doesn't let you. So when I was fighting the ice plant, I still wasn't sure if you had iframes or not, but I was thinking you didn't. And so I was actually really struggling with figuring out how to dodge his ice beam thing when I was soloing and, you know, do the ice beam multiple times because, again, my stats were so low. And so I'd get hit by the ice beam every time. And sometimes I could like stand in a way where I could actually run around as it was coming and I'd actually not get hit by it, but that was not even remotely consistent. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to really, I was like, there must be a way to not get hit by this. So I just tried to iframe it, like, and at first I wasn't dodging perfectly and whatnot, but then I realized, okay, yeah, you can iframe this. This game does have iframes, and then I started like having way more fun as soon as I realized that, and then I started, you know, just figuring out the timings on things. But yeah, it's funny. I wonder if I never would have figured that out if I wasn't, you know, holding myself back. Hoping Twitch isn't lagging. But the only time I'm okay with like going ham is when you get to the point where you feel like, okay, the game is scaled now where I can go ham, and you can almost never have good enough stats, right? Then I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go nuts. But the game has not been like that at all in my experience. Yeah, those guys have fire slimes, and the other guys have earth slimes. That's kind of funny. Alright, type everyone's ult, because I kind of want to try that challenge again at least one more time. I don't know, though. I wonder how rare my mindset is. I've met other people that are very like-minded to me, and, you know, they enjoy just, you know, the gameplay of games. Not this game specifically, but, you know, they're more about, like, understanding the game and figuring, you know, the mechanical side of things out. But I think a lot of people don't care too much about that, which is fine. You know, whatever you enjoy out of video games is, you know, whatever you're having fun with, that's the thing you should do. Yeah, if you're wanting to keep up with Abyss, then yeah, you're going to need to be as strong as you get your... The thing is, for me, I lose too much for that to be worth it, right? If I go ham and, you know, I'm just focusing on doing well in the Abyss and getting my stats as absolutely high as I can and doing the best combos I can, I'm losing too much. Like, I've lost, you know, the open world's gonna be so boring, and the boss is gonna be so boring, and the dungeon's gonna be so boring, that it's not worth it. Like, what's the point of the Abyss is, you know, to, you know, get extra summons, get better gear, those kinds of things, right? Get rewards, but if the game itself isn't worth playing anymore, what's the point of those rewards? That's how I see it, right? If I'm like, if I'm not enjoying the game anymore, what's the point of getting more summons, getting more characters, right? I enjoy the game first for that to even matter. So that's kind of why I prioritize more of, you know, actually having fun and playing the game the way I like over, you know, progressing as fast and efficiently as possible. Depends on the game too, though, I suppose. You know, some games support these things differently. And that's, in my opinion, a well-made game, if they're going to have progression, you know, stats, and... Why are we not co-oping? What am I doing? Anyway, if the game is going to be, you know, RPG elements, you need to design the game so if someone is being good and efficient and is not holding themselves back, the game is still challenging. Right? That's the goal. Is someone can they want to min-max. They want to progress as hard and as fast as they can because the game is demanding that of them. What I find in the current age of gaming, though, is because games want to appeal to fucking everyone ever and they want to make sure grandma can play it. They don't do that, right? And if it's an RPG style game and there's stats and leveling and shit, if you're good and you try and you apply yourself, you will get so ahead of the curve that it's dumb, right? Like, well, it's, you know, it's kind of sucks. And that's something Dark Souls has really struggled with, because when people are new to Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne or whatever, when people are new to the game and they don't know how things work under their hood, they don't know that you have iframes, they don't know how equipment load works, that's a big one, you know, they haven't figured these things out yet, they're going to be dying a lot more. And they're going to be losing their souls. And so they generally can level up as much as they want, and they're probably still going to be behind the curve, right? Where if you're good at the game and you figure things out, or you're just good at, you know, those styles of games, even if you haven't played it before, you're not going to be dying much, and even if you are dying, you're able to recover your souls, you're not losing them. So the person that's better at the game and is playing better, and even if they're dying, they're still able to recover their souls. They're leveling up faster, and they're actually getting a stat advantage, and that's a snowball effect. Now you're dying even less because now your stats are higher, right? And the game gets easier and easier and easier. Meanwhile, the player that's having a hard time, yeah, let's go duel something. A player that's having a hard time is going to have lower stats and those kinds of things. See, like that's. Let's do the fire flower. Well, what I do, so my first playthrough of Dark Souls, when the first Souls game I ever played, I did not know the game very well. I did not know what equipment load did. I did not, you know, all the other stuff, right? So I didn't really hold back on that playthrough, right? I didn't hold back at all. I was just doing the best I could to get through the game, right? And then now when they make a new Souls game, I kind of know their shtick, right? I kind of get the formula, right? I know what to look for. And so now I actually do hold myself back a bit. I don't hold myself back much when I play a Souls game for the first time, but I will generally be like, okay, I'm not going to go past level 60. Because I find the end boss of most Souls games is kind of in that range. They're kind of expecting you to be around there, but if you're playing really well, you can be way higher than that. So what I generally do is I just, by the way, can your teammates teleport? Because if, oh, okay, I think they can. Anyway, so yeah, for my first playthrough, I'll hold myself back to a degree. I'll set a cap, like, okay, I'm not gonna go past whatever level I feel is reasonable. Hi, Alex, what's up, man? But yeah, that's why I kind of prefer games that don't have RPG elements now. As I've gotten older and I kind of know game design better and I'm better at video games and everything, I generally prefer games that are just a static stat line and the game is just designed around that stat line. And so no matter how good you are, it doesn't matter. It's more about side grades and options and play style, right? So I generally prefer that stuff. However, RPGs elements can be fun because they can, you know, they oftentimes will give you more customization and it gives people a sense of progression and stuff. Although I have to say, okay, this guy's an asshole. He's literally standing where I can't get to him. And, okay, I think he'll move here. But yeah, I get why a lot of people like RPGs, and you know, they like progression and different stats. And so that must have been the guy that ruined our co-op that one time. I think it's that's the guy.
With swords from shadow.
I need to change my characters. I don't need Lisa for this.
No blink.
But I've seen a lot of game developers really struggle to try to figure out ways to balance these things. You know, sometimes they make it, okay, the more you level, the more the enemies level, but then people are like, what's the point of leveling, right? A lot of games struggle to try to find the balance of these things because players are gonna, you know, have different efficiency curves and that kind of thing.
I'll be.
I agree, some games can be a lot better if they're not meant to be played forever. You know, beginning, middle, and end can be really good, especially story stuff, that's a huge deal. But there are ways to make games where they can be replayable or updated, and it's fine, and it's not going to affect anything, right? Like Ninja Gaiden Black, one of my favorite games. If you just updated that game with new content from time to time, that wouldn't matter. That's not going to hurt the game design, right? But there are definitely games that the whole idea to be played forever
Let the show begin.
can be very detrimental. Some games I don't think it's detrimental at all, and it doesn't hurt. Like I think FGO's actually, it's one thing they've done very well with. They have a set in game. They have a set in game stat line, and it doesn't fucking move. You know, after like Babylon, the stat line hasn't moved an inch, right? And so you just get up to that, you get to max ascension, and that's that. They add new characters, and you just get into that stat line again, and that's that. I don't think the issues FGO has comes more from laziness and them not adding game modes and that kind of thing. But I think like the new stories they add to FGO and like, you know, how they're always kind of scaled the same, that's done very well. There's been no problem. So I think it's totally possible to have games that are designed to be updated and continued, and there's not an issue. But they're not always. And I think because it's trickier, it's harder to develop a game that way and not have a lot of issues. But I do agree, I love a lot of older games because they're just it's this thing and that's that, right? Like I love Halo 3 and Ninja Gaiden and the Metroid Prime, and you know, I fucking love those games. Oh my god, I can't see anything. Because, you know, that kind of old school game design does lend itself to a lot of really good things that I really like. To this day, all my favorite video games are all pretty old. Like, all of them. And it's not nostalgia. Well, I would say there are a few newer games. Like Dark Souls, that's a newer game, I would say. And I definitely love that game to death. There's been some games that are newer that I do love like crazy. But most of my favorite games are definitely, you know, quite old. You know, early 2000s, maybe even the 90s, kind of depends, but, I have played some Path of Exile. There's so many things I don't like about that game. There's a lot of things I do like about that game, and I respect the developers and their design philosophy a lot. My issue with that game, this might sound like a real nitpick, but honestly, how you interface with the game is one of the most important things. We are so overstated for this. This is absurd. Like, he's gonna die before he does half of his attacks. But, my issue with that game is it doesn't have WASD control. It's point to click, which I think is such an outdated piece of shit garbage control scheme that the only reason games like that, those isometric RPGs, the only reason they use push to click is because people are nostalgic from fucking, like, Diablo 2 and shit. That's the whole reason that genre just cannot stop using push to click. Or push to move, or click to move, whatever the fuck they call it. That is such an outdated garbage piece of crap control scheme that I not only do I not like because it's imprecise and crappy, it's just not fun. I hate that control scheme to death. And every once in a while you see a game like that decides to use WASD or whatever, and generally I find them a million times more fun and I love them to death, but they're not. That's my biggest gripe with Path of Exile. You know, from what I've seen of the developers, they do a really good job. You know, it's got some nice handcrafted design, but they still update it a lot. Thanks, Persona. Let's let somebody else get in here, though. Let's give other people a chance to. Our stats are so. I want to do that one again and hopefully have lower stats. That was crazy. But yeah, Path of Exile kind of drives me nuts because of the click to move. And there are some, you know, isometric RPGs and stuff that I have a lot of respect for, and that they do really well, but I find a lot of those games are just stat checks. That's not always the case, but a lot of those games end up being stat checks. There's nothing inherent about the genre though that needs to be that way. You can have dodges or blocks or just moving around on the screen, and you can make them very skillful, but a lot of times they don't. One of my favorite isometric games like that was a game called Dungeon Land. It's unfortunately shut down. The servers don't work anymore. That game was so good. I'm interested in Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, I'm planning on playing it with Cairo and Tusk and my brother and all that. We're actually trying to figure that out now. We've been trying to find a schedule that'll work for everybody. But yeah, I've heard about that game, and I haven't seen it much myself. But my wait, don't I already have someone in here? Oh, no, I guess not. Okay. Anyway, I will get Zon soon, but let's go with Alex here. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 looks pretty cool to me. But that Dungeon Land game was an isometric game like Diablo, but it had preset dungeons, and it was WASD to control instead. And there was a lot of the characters had preset abilities, but they were very synergy based. With a lot of different ways to play them. And then a player could control the enemy. They could spawn in new enemies and possess a specific enemy, and they played as the boss for each level and shit, and they could make traps and place them in the level and stuff. That game was fucking godly. I loved it so much. When it first came out, it had massive balance issues, but they literally patched it really fast, and it was awesome. Loved that game to death. Unfortunately, though, the servers, they went from having proper servers to peer-to-peer, and it barely ran, and then the game just died. But that game was fucking godly. I would have loved to have been able to play that with my stream. Why do I keep getting Lisa in the party? But from what I understand, I know almost nothing about Baldur's Gate 3, but I had played Baldur's Gate 2 back in the day. But oh, he's got no Elliot. Fuck. No, fuck it. Yeah, we'll do Lisa. Whatever. Anyway, from what I understand of Baldur's Gate 3, it's made by the people that make Divinity Original Sin, and those games are a lot of fun, and I hear it's kind of like those games, so fuck it, I'll give it a try, why not? I'm sure there's differences between it and Divinity, but I know it's similar-ish, so I figure I'll enjoy it, so... No, it's fine, Alex. No, I don't care, I don't give a shit. I just wanted somebody that can heal so we don't fucking die. Alright, this boss hasn't respawned yet. I wanted to fight it again, so we... could see his moveset more than that. Wolf's not up yet. What's something good we can do? There's always the death mages. Alright, let's fight the death mages. I honestly think this is harder than most bosses. I like Divinity 1 and 2. I honestly think I kind of like Divinity 1 a little bit more. I do like the armor system in Divinity 2. I think that was kind of necessary. But there was... Oh god, there's so much I liked about Divinity 1. Here, Alex, if you see on my map, I teleported over here. There's some open world trash mobs here that are a nightmare that I think will be pretty fun. There we go, alright. Oh boy, this is gonna be hard. Every time we've done this, it's a nightmare. Just get rid of this guy real quick. That was a fun combo chain. Oh, hi guy. These guys are tanky. Not sure where Alex is. I hope he knows where I am. Is he fighting? Oh god, I think he's fighting them right now. No, he's not. They just aggroed to me. Okay, well. Oh my god. And I don't have a healer. And Alex can't hit anything to heal me. Alex, a hand right now would be swell. Just saying. There's our boy. Every time I play this, my D-Luke gets destroyed immediately. Like every goddamn time. I hate these bubbles. Oh my god, did you see that? It just spinned on a dime. Get out of the water! Fucking God!
No stoner.
This is a lot easier in co-op though, oh my god.
Come a little closer.
It's because the mages don't focus on the same person. Like you can, you know, there's this water guy shooting bubbles at me and the other guy's doing ice shit at Alex. So it's not like absolute death. Where solo, all three of them are attacking you and then you have the ads, like... Barely dodged that. Wait. Okay, yeah, I get it. So the bubble is like way slower for him to cast. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Come a little closer.
That is such a fucked up thing. Like, that is just such a fucked up thing. I like this loot, though. Alright, let's fight a boss and then let someone else get in here. Or we do a dungeon. Let's do a dungeon. Let's mix it up. Why not? What's even worth doing, chat? I don't even know. Like, I never keep track of what's co-op and what's not. Water users could just drown you. Yeah, I know, right?
Guess we can rest a bit.
There's a stam item here somewhere. I'll look for that later. I think this is co-op. Yes. Will it put Alex in here if I just start it? Oh, I need these. I actually need these. I'm not sure if does it bring Alex in here or not. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it teleports him here or not. Gotta get to you. Can you teleport here? Okay, I guess I will look for that stam item while I wait. Why not? Why is it? So, I have no idea what any of these ores are for, but I assume you need a lot of them at some point, so kinda happy to collect them. Because I know with the Storm Terror ore, you needed like just such an insane amount, so I figure it's the same with these. I literally did that because I wanted to open the chest, and I was tired of not having my skill cooldown to do it. Okay, Alex is here. Yeah, I kind of figure anytime you see orb, just mine it. Just mine it. I'm not sure why, chat, but I cannot shake it. I constantly think F1 goes to the party select screen, but it absolutely does not do that. Let's do double Noelle. It'll be fine. More healing. The purple ore you need to hit with fire. It's like you gotta make the overcharge effect happen, basically. Oh, are you not allowed to have two of the same character in this mode? I know you can in the open world, but I guess you can't in this mode. I'll go with Frosty. I guess it's fine. Oh wait, no. Main character. There we go. That's better. Oh, I see. Oh no, it's fine, Alex. I don't. Do Luke is the one I want to play, so I'll just play whatever around. It's fine. Honestly, I kind of like if someone else is playing Noelle because then they can heal me. And Jesus Christ, you're level 50. Anyway, I don't have to do double great sword. That's the thing. Like Luke and Noelle play so similar that I don't really care if I can't play her. It's so similar. I don't mind the main character. They're fine. I think you gotta click something, Alex, to let me start. I can't start it until like you're ready. There we go. All right. Actually, I find the main character as a wind character kind of fun, to be honest. They got some fun stuff. I've heard that the loading in this game is brutal on like lower end devices and on PS4. People saying on PS4 it's like a nightmare. Wow, it doesn't heal you before you start. That's rough. I thought like with the nature of these you'd get full health when you start. So am I the only one when I see the ice damage and when I see the wind damage, I think I'm healing the enemy because the text is like the color one might expect from a healing. Like I've seen a lot of games where if you're like, there are games where if you do the wrong element to something, you heal them, right? And generally when that happens, they make like the text like light blue and shit. So every time I see like the ice damage, I'm like, oh fuck, I healed them. Like every goddamn time. I will say though, I feel like the game has added a lot of mini boss variety. Like they added that, you know, the new golem guy and all that, but they don't have trash mob variety. It's like they really need to work on that. Because you fight trash mobs a lot more than you fight mini bosses, so I am missing like a champ. Alright, what do we get? Yeah, I'll use one of these. I have so many of these, I might as well. And I actually need the loot from this place, so. Oh good, I think I got what I needed. Nice. I wonder what the drop rates are like in this game. Like, I wonder if they make it, you know, like, hey, this place drops the thing you need. I wonder how painful they make it. All right, Alex. Thanks for playing. Let's let somebody else in so we can. Cause we got a lot of people. Like it's Zaw in here and stuff. I feel like I'm curious how you feel about this, Alex. Don't you feel like those would be a lot better if instead of fighting waves of trash mobs, you fought like a boss, or two bosses, or two mini bosses, or three mini bosses, or trash and mini bosses? Like, I feel like they could be so much better than they are. Like if they were like little quick challenges, but you have to fight some pretty fucked up shit. It's like, guess what, guys? It's two rune golems and two mages. Have fun, right? Like, you know, that would be nice. Alright, so boy Zaw, let's see. I want something hard, because I know Zaw has a similar mindset to me, so we need something good. I would say the wolf, but they don't let you do that. When is he gonna respawn? Let me look. Oh
I still
god.
have a lot to do with
It's so
How about
long!
you take a rest while I go back.
The wolf is in my world if you want? Yeah, sure. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do that. If you don't mind killing him now, if you're not saving him for anything. I'm game for that. Unfortunately, I can't add anybody right now. I only have one friend slot left, and I gotta save it for my brother. But I suspect that one guy that hasn't played in 2 days, I kind of feel like he's probably like, yeah, this ain't really for me. So I'm hoping, well, not really hoping, but like most likely I can take him off my friends list. So. How do I do this again? Where's, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty common. I don't know what brought on that conversation topic, Alex, but that is really common. The dragon. God, that fight sucks so bad. It's such a like a mechanically bad fight. I'm not too interested in that one, but there's certain aspects of it that are kind of cool, but overall it's not so great. Yeah, I need to wrap up soon. It's getting kind of late. Yeah, I'm not surprised though. Some people. It took me a minute to figure out the lightning ore stuff. I didn't think it was like element specific, and I thought like, oh, maybe you need something later in the game or something. And then I started at the time I didn't know elemental combos. I saw oh, lightning and fire is a thing, and so then eventually I tried that. What did so you can when you do a leap attack like that, you can dash to instantly get out of the recovery of it. And I did that, and it made me, fall off. The Noel special. Yep, there it is. I love that. I guess he doesn't care for those. Yeah, I'm happy to keep my stats down right now. I don't think the game has a good enough like in-game yet to go ham yet, so I'm gonna wait a bit. I'm looking forward to it though. I think it's kind of a bare bones start, but I think as this game updates, they're surely gonna add new bosses and things like that. I think it could get pretty good. Hold on, let me change my my team here. I don't really care for Lisa. Oh yeah, Amber can shoot the guy when he's doing the thing. That's pretty awesome. I'll get us some heals. Or we both. Yeah, we can do both. Oh, see, there we go. Double made. Alright, ready when you are. I just don't like the dragon. Like, it's just the way it's so clunky and it doesn't really do anything interesting. Yeah, if that's how they handled the other game, I suspect they'll update this one quite a bit, so. That's wild. Wow, I'm not. When you fight him at pure melee, he never does that attack. So it's kind of neat. Well, there goes the little guy.
I'll catch up.
Woo! Oh, I got hit. Shit. Oh my god, I'm fucking up.
I'll catch up. Steady as stone.
See you, Golden. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'll be wrapping up shortly anyway. He's gonna go spinny mode shortly. I'm really proud of them that they don't have him have a hitbox on his side when he does that. So many games, if there's an attack like that, they have some wonky ass hitbox behind them and to their side, but it doesn't. I'm very proud of them for that. I cannot tell you how many games that have attacks like that and they have some bullshit hitbox around them. Dude, I want to be the lightning chick and try to counter that and stand in the one spot there's no ice on the ground. That'll be so hard to figure out, but it would be so cool. Woo, that was close.
Someone needs assistance.
He's gonna do it again.
Someone needs assistance.
Wow. Probably spinny time soon. It's at 50%, so trying to not stand in front of him so he doesn't smack me with it. I hate this part because my DPS drops like a rock because I'm trying to not stand in front of him. Because if you're standing in front of him when he does that, you take a load of damage. Oh, he shot him. That makes him stop and do it right away if you shoot him. That's really cool. See, the host gets to move here, but I don't. Host advantage, man. Woo. Oh fuck, we lost a man. Got back-legged. That's his like best attack, man. It's like the hardest one to deal with. I try to just obsessively watch his back legs so I don't get ganked by it. Oh!
Someone needs assistance.
He's not doing it too much though. Oh, I can't see. I can't see! Jesus! I like how the one time I couldn't see, he did the back leg thing. Like, of course. I think the ads are spawning now. We're gonna get roared on in a moment. Ooh! Ooh! The double. Okay, well. I got hit by that. At one point, I was good at this game. He's gonna roar now, isn't he? Good God, what is wrong with me? Is he not gonna roar? Okay, there it is. I wish I had Noelle's shield for that, but I didn't. Woo! That got a little rough. I don't think I can loot this. Yeah, no. Feels good, man. GG. That was fun. That boss is good, man. I would love it if they would give him just a slightly more aggressive AI. He has a bad tendency of being like I'm gonna stand here and do nothing, right? He's really bad at that, where he's like, I'll just let you beat on me for a minute. If they'd cut that out, that boss would be amazing. Alright, let me get out of your way here. Yeah, my Noelle was about dead. She had like 200 health, I think. Yeah, that roar tech is, as far as I understand, I think it's time-based. I used to think he did it when he was low in health, but I think he does it after enough time has gone by. What I normally do, if I'm like, not over, if I don't have the stats to kill him quick, is, like, Noelle shield or ult. Like, if you ult when he's doing it, it reduces the damage a lot. Because it doesn't do that much damage, but as far as I'm aware, you can't evade it. If you can, it must have something to do with those crystals. I don't know what the fuck the point of those crystals is. Alright, let's do one more thing. Let's try this challenge in co-op, because he'll have more health. I think doing this co-op with the peeps could be pretty fun. We'll go a full team. That way no one can, there's no switchy character we have to do our own shit, so. Preferably nobody super geared, because I don't want it to be too easy. Do I need to restart the game? Wait, why? Are we bugged? What? It's off. You went in. That's fine, because you're like right at the right level and stuff. Okay, that's fair. God damn. Everyone fucking, it's okay. One of these days, man. Alright, let's way the fuck over here. Here's what we'll do. We'll do this challenge and then we'll do the dungeon real quick because it's one of those wave-based things, and then I think we'll call it there. Because we'll let everybody here. We'll do the challenge and we'll let everybody do the co-op in the dungeon, and then I'll wrap up. Yeah, I like the wolf though because you're kind of always on your toes with his back leg attack and his slash. If you just derp, you get it's fairly tight on the timing. So if you're stupid, you'll get whacked, and it makes it tense. It's nice. All right, so we need to get through his shield really fast. That's gonna be the main thing. But let's see how we do. Just go with what we got, and if it don't work, we'll revisit it later. There we go. He's taking quite a while to make his shield. There we go. Well, I'm getting my whole flurry off, and there was that.
Eyes on me. Back at
Damn. Let's try one more time. One more time. That was really close. I'm really glad that we're all like not over leveled. That made that pretty cool. That was nice. Let's try it one more time. Also, I'm glad her voice actress sounds fine. I never heard her voice before in English. She doesn't sound stupid or anything. I missed! Oh my, Chad, I just threw. It hit once. I think it hit one time. Oh my god, I am not contributing to the team like I should be. At least I got my ult back again. Fuck! I got, oh, okay, well, there goes the damage. Damn it. That was my fault. I really think that was my fault. I think if I had landed my ults better, I think we would have killed it, because that was so close. I have brought shame to the team. Alright, let's, we'll try it again next stream. That was fun, though. I thought that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's a tanky boy right there. Wow, the drops from this are crap. I guess you get these to just level up your other artifacts. Good God, that is so crappy. Let's do a different one. That's stupid. Let's do something that drops mats or something. Give me a second here. Here we go. Wait, is this a co-op one? This is not a co-op one. This is a solo one. A lot of these I don't have unlocked yet either. It's too high level for me. What was the one we did earlier? Okay, fuck it. We'll just do this one because we're here. Fuck it. The loot's garbage, but whatever. The drops are... Oh, when you're higher. Adventure rank 35. Well, it's something to do, and I gotta use my AP before I go to bed anyway. You can hit the Dominion on the bottom left to see all the co-op. I'll remember that for the future. Because yeah, this is like a waste of space right here. Yeah, I might not even spend my points on this one. I might just do it because for shits and giggles. Wait. We're down a guy. Shit. Well, is what it is. Feels bad. I think we lost Zaw, yeah. It didn't let me in? Huh. Well, that sucks. I don't know, maybe it was just lag or something. That's weird. Cause yeah, you're definitely, if you got the same world level as I do, so you absolutely can do it.
You've been a naughty boy.
There's slime, stupid.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Prop connection feels bad. Oh wait, there's more. I should have saved my E. I didn't realize there was more. There's actually a lot more.
Too much. Let it rain.
Okay, I gotta take this more seriously. We have no healing, so like my D Luke's in trouble. Oh god. I didn't take this seriously!
You've been a naughty boy.
And they're fire enemies. Having no healer was probably not the wisest thing we've ever done.
You're in for a little shock.
That was good. Oh shit!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
By the way, my ult does nothing because they're fire. Okay.
Come a little closer. Come a
69 health, by the way.
You're in for a little.
Chat, we might lose this.
You're in for a little shock.
Wait, did that not go off?
Come a little closer.
I'll race you there.
Surrender and be gentle.
Oh my god. I swear if I die in here, chat, I'll never live down the shame. Yeah, she heals a tiny bit when she does like her elemental burst. Like certain spell damage and stuff. Like from her gear. But it's not much.
Come a little closer.
Oh my god, the thing's almost dead. We're losing! There's a mage!
You're in for a little shock.
Thankfully that's a mage I can fuck up.
Come a little closer. Let's spark things up a
He's so tanky! Zaw, you were supposed to save us from this. Okay. I looked at chat for half a second and he did his little shockwave thing. I literally glanced at chat and I got baked.
Going
Oh, you kid!
tiring.
I'm just gonna pay attention here, and when he goes to do an attack, I'm gonna dodge. I can't see anything because there's particle effects everywhere. I am gonna fucking murder this man.
Retribution!
Oh, it feels good. I almost failed the challenge, and then I almost died in here. Attack me, you fuck slimes, lol. Yeah, I was wondering how the counter would be in a chaotic situation like that. Alright, fine. I don't have much time tonight anyway, so I might as well spend my AP on trinkets. Okay, at least that's a lot. So if you want to use it for like XP or something, that's not so bad. I don't know if it's worth the resource, but. Alright, GG lads, that was a lot of fun. Wait, Zaw was still here. Okay, we gotta do one more. We gotta do one more thing. I know I'm like pushing the stream on, but like Zaw getting ousted like that feels bad. We gotta find one more thing to do. He even waited that whole time. He waited that whole time. We gotta do one more. Let me heal here. Alright, let me check that domain thing. Domains only? That doesn't seem to leave the dungeons. Okay, this is one that just drops trinkets. We literally had one earlier that was dropping materials. Oh, it's this one. Okay, we'll do this one. At least it's useful. This one was easy as fuck. The other one was way harder, but this is a useful one to do. I don't know though. Did we do the challenge something harder? We should do something harder. Because I think this is like level 27. Like, who the fuck cares about that? It's 36. That's Wasn't the other one higher level than that? It's just the rewards are good. The rewards are good, but like, I feel like this might be too easy. I don't know what level the other one was, but I feel like this is gonna be easy as fuck. Because we did it earlier. Well, Alex was a lot strong. Okay, we'll do it. Whatever. Let's go. Is everybody here? I think if you're not close to the door, it doesn't let you in. I think that's what it is. Don't bring D-Luke? Okay. Alright. Hold on. Noelle would help us so much because we have no healer, but is that casual, chat? Is that too casual? Is having a healer casual?
I still have a lot to do with the...
There we go. We don't even need heals. We don't even need it. Look at this team. We're gonna do great. Okay, chat. Let's put on our big boy pants. Let's not throw. Why am I D-Luke again? What the fuck? There we go. No heals, pretty low level. This will be good. Zaw's in here this time though. I feel like I should have played Kaya, because Kaya at least has some degree of self-healing. Not a lot, but that probably would have been wise. Also, there are no men on this team, and that's nonsense. You know, I wonder if you can do this, push them away, and then pull them back in with that, and then do like your heavy attack or something. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if it'll let you do your heavy off that. Alright. Gotta be really careful, because if you lose health, it's not coming back. And we're fighting lightning people, that's gonna be rough. I'm trying to be real careful here. Gallon getting fucked up. Fuck, I took damage there. These lightning fucks are so bad for having no healing, by the way. Fuck, why can't I ult? I had my ult, I swear. Am I silenced or something? What the fuck? wonder if you can knock them off. I'm out of stam! I feel like knocking them off could be pretty good. I'll try that next time I have an ult. I'll try to aim it so they go flying. What? I keep having my ult and then I lose it. What? It happened again. Do these guys drain ults? Okay, the big guys don't give a fuck about my ult. Like that's not great. Chad, I think I'm doing really badly, but you know. It's fine, I have a range attack. That I think he is immune to. Oh my god. Oh, okay, this is getting bad. This is the last wave. Just don't die. It's the last fucking wave. The problem is the lightning guys, man. Wait, what? I keep losing my ults. I do not understand. The guys must have an ult drain. That just must be what it is. I can't think of any other reason. You have 2 minutes and like no health. Someone died. Uh-oh.
Can't keep up with me. Windblade. No escape.
Oh my god. We came, we saw, we co-opt. Okay, chat, can we have some Fs for the fallen? We lost a man. We came in with 4 and we left with 3. That was actually pretty fun though. I had to be pretty careful. I enjoyed that. I got some good. Oh, he came back. It's Gallon the second. Jesus. Okay, that's a good note to end it on. Now, see, I want like those kind of experiences where you're working with your friends and you're having to try, but then like the game is actually throwing. You know, that was a bunch of slimes, right? I want like mini bosses and like okay. Imagine this: you go into one of these little rooms. You know, it's like a wave-based horde bullshit, right? But like at the beginning, maybe you've got some mini bosses and some trash mobs, and then you fight the cube, one of the cubes, but they have like those laser beams coming down from the sky, like from that one dungeon where you had to fight the cube and the laser beams, right? And at the end you fight like 2 bosses at once, right? That would be awesome. Like give me that kind of shit. And then as they add more bosses and more mini bosses to the game, they can make more combos, right? They can make more dungeons with more combinations of different enemies working together. And every time they add a new enemy to the game, that means you can have new combinations, and that could get pretty wild. And yeah, sure, that's not going to be like, you won't want the whole game to be that, but for some fun times with co-op, I think that'd be pretty good. But I suspect they'll try to make co-op better. Surely people are going to want more, fun co-op stuff to do. Like people like that kind of thing, so I'm hoping they'll expand on that. Let me check my battle pass real quick, because I always forget to do that, and I don't even know where it is on the goddamn UI. There it is. I wonder what level I'll get it to, because I'm not really trying that hard, but I'll be curious what I do get it to by the time is up. Well, you know, it's free loot. It's just, it's not that impactful. I'll be glad to get these, though. If I can get a few of those, I'll be happy. They add up. Alright, boys, well, that was a blast. I had a good time. Got some stuff done. What the hell even is this? Oh. Nice. So I basically just have to enhance my gear higher, and I have to level up characters. So I probably won't get those done for a little bit, but these aren't going anywhere. Get 100 of those. We are up to 7,500. All right, that's not bad. All right, well, let me rate somebody. Fuck, I don't actually have my Twitch open. Whoops. Yeah, this game, like that, sponsored by Ad Astra, pretty much. Let's raid, let's raid Slice. Slice is playing some Impact, so why not? Alright, yeah, take care everybody, and I will see y'all tomorrow.